Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vegas, I would say, some would call it great people watching. Others would call it a toxic cesspool. But
yes, I'm good for
I think you would be the latter. I'm guessing.
Like I said, you can see what I'm saying, though, a couple of days and you're out of there.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're not, well, not even that. I would say I was there for a purpose. If you're not there for a festival or something like that, it's got to be just nauseating to be. Like, we stayed on Fremont Street the first few nights.
Yeah.
And it is... There was a guy, there's topless broads walking up, which I didn't know this was a thing, where women will walk up to you shirtless and say, like, do you want to take a picture?
Oh, yeah.
And they'll charge you.
Yeah.
And you'll go, no thanks. And they're like, don't be a pussy. I'm like, what?
Right.
And then there was Jerry would like this. There was a homeless guy. Actually, I shouldn't say homeless. He was in a wheelchair, and he had like an oxygen tank. He was breathing through like a thing, tubes or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had a shirt that said, a sign that said, Joe and the hoe need to go.
I like that.
I thought it was fun.
I should get that.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so the whole Volan thing is crazy. I don't really know what to say. There's so many levels and layers of which I'm fascinated by the story. Obviously, Volan's an idiot. I've said, by the way, I've said on the show that there's Cullen whiffs of Volan. I've said that. People should go find it because I've definitely said it. There was a time, Mike, when Volan was on our show after the Aaron Hernandez thing, and not the story, not how he said he felt bad for him or anything, but he said some story within it. And I wish I still talked to Curtis in a way, because I remember talking about the show and being like, boy, that was close. It's something, he was making something up there. And it stuck in my head for years after that. And it wasn't Bedard who also made something up about that. So anyway, he has been sort of paraded around and elevated in Boston as he goes on and does his buffoonery and his idiocy, which I don't really care I don't care either way, but if you're a guy like me in the old days or Mike Felger or Fred Toucher and your job is to be a talk show host, that's fine. But he goes on and he purports and is promoted as an NFL journalist, an insider. So the night before this thing on Greg Hill's show, he goes on with Mike Felger and the Drew Peterson of talk show host, one of Drake Callen's best lines, Michael Hawley, which is a great line, actually.
That's where I thought this started.
Well, I think the C went into our guy's head. Our guy Nolan 79, right?
Yes.
So Volan says, do you have that clip or not?
Yeah, the humbled clip. Yeah.
Listen to this, Mike, just intellectually. Like, this is he's on a show, and this is what happens, right? So, like, I could be wrong. Maybe Ben wrote this somewhere. But this is something that are writers like, I'm on TV with Felger, and I gotta say some fucking crazy things.
Right. Sure.
Like,
Match Felger's zaniness.
Yeah, like I don't know Mac Jones at all. I've never met him. I don't know him. I don't believe what he says is true by any stretch of the imagination. Go ahead.
Making the Pro Bowl and making the NFL Top 100, worst thing to happen to Mac Jones last year.
Why?
Because it was a sign that he made it, and he's becoming a star and he's doing the gritty and everyone's eating it up on social media. Sorry, Mac Jones, you were a rookie. Your team, wanted nothing to do with you in that windy game against Buffalo. The team fell apart at the end of last year. I'm telling you, making the Pro Bowl, I think, pumped his head up a lot, gave him an impression that he's a lot more than what he really was.
All right, so anyway,
I think it was bad.
So he's saying, because Mac Jones was in the NFL Network's list of top 100 players, he's got the cock in his walk now. Right. It's just so stupid. And by the way, if you said to Volan, like, you're a journalist, like you're the Globe's NFL insider, you write the Sunday notes column, like, did you talk to anybody? You have any proof on that? He would not have any proof on it.
Did you think of this before just today?
Yeah, he's just
because like when Mac Jones got hurt, didn't he have like statistically the best game of his career? I thought
did he?
Far, against Baltimore.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he played well in that game. Yeah. Right? So it's just dumb. And what happens is, well, anyway, so he's on yesterday on my old station WEI from 6 to 10 a.m. The Marconi winner, Greg Grayhill, hosts the show, and they have him on. And he just says something so stupid that, by the way, to his credit, like there's still a little Kirk and Callahan and Chris Curtis, a little bit, and you saw that. I thought yesterday, right? Like at least he was following up. In the middle of this idiocy, didn't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I get Curtis's existence in general to me is still very
he's
weird.
Disgusting.
So
he's a fucking nauseating.
I'm clouded by a lot of it.
No, I agree. He's a nauseating human being. But I mean, like, at least he, and I think he's probably trying to fuck Volan over, but so what? Like, good. So anyway, here's Volan yesterday, and this is just like, I don't even know what to say about this.
Someone reached out in my DMs and said, yeah, Max, his attitude problem is obvious in the building and everyone knows it. So like
somebody not just a random.
take that for what it's worth. But
So somebody reached out and said that Mac has an attitude problem and everybody in the building knows it. Sounds like this sounds like nonsense to me, honestly.
Ben, just quickly, because this story is going to go big the second we post it. So you got a direct message from someone within the Patriots organization or someone who covers the Patriots?
Not from someone who covers the Patriots, but I'm not going any further than that. I wouldn't take it as a report, just as someone else chiming in with an opinion.
So to Curtis's credit, like if Curtis doesn't follow up, Ben Bowen's just treating that like it's a fact, like it's a piece of journalism.
Even there, he gives him two options, and he's like, "Well, not one of them, but maybe the other."
So you can tell while Volan's saying it, he knows he might have stepped in it here, right? So, Feilerberg writes this thing, right? And one of the first responses on Twitter is from this guy, Nolan. What is it?
I don't know his last name. Yeah, no.
What's his account? I think.
Yeah, I forget his Twitter handle. Yep.
So he tweets at Ben. He says, no, actually, it was me who sent this to Ben Volan. Buddy works over at Gillette selling season ticket packages. He heard they went with Hoyer over Zappy against Green Bay initially to appease Mac, whose camp made it very clear he didn't want Zappy to jump in. Thought I'd pass along so the #haters get off your back. Volan, interesting, appreciate the tip. And then Volan essentially goes on and just verbatim says this, right?
Right.
Yes.
Like it's clearly who he got it from. It is, to be clear, we're not talking about as serious. Well, I don't know. What we can rate any way you want. To me, worse than Borges, right? Worse than the Borges thing. Here's why. Borges, say whatever you want, got absolutely fooled by our guy Nick in Boston, right? Great fan of the show, great friend. We love Nick in Boston. At least Borges thought he was speaking to Don Yee. Right. Volan went in thinking, oh, I've got a tip from the guy who knows somebody who sells season tickets.
That's pretty good.
You couldn't be more removed from the situation. It's not possible to be more removed. That's like saying I've driven through Foxborough before. Or, I've had those delicious pretzels, Dave.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Let's
book that pretzels person. Let's do a Zoom with them right now. Let's put them on the TV.
I would love to.
What's the issue with that?
The TV's gone, unfortunately.
Why is that?
Because I was stupid and hung up the phone.
Thank you very much.
Don't do that to yourself.
It's true.
It's true. It's the truth. It's the
butterfly effect, Mike.
It's hard to watch. I'm changing my stance on domestic violence now that I'm seeing it in front of me.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love Dave. He's doing a great job. Boy, that drives me nuts.
That's how they do it.
I wasted that.
I love him. He's great.
But I was a little harsh.
The person who gave me that number is going to be even more mad.
What'd you say?
So the person who gave me his number is going to be even more mad at me. Probably.
Who was that?
Can't give up my sources. I'll give it to you privately, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is so sloppy and dumb to be like, to go with that, to see that, anybody would look at that and say, oh, you know what? Like a reporter, if I got that from Volan, I'd say, well, maybe that's true. Okay, because sometimes somebody knows somebody, right? So let's go find out if it's true. He doesn't even try that.
No, well, I knew the report was bullshit because I have a buddy that has season tickets.
Oh, is that right?
I asked him, and he was like, "Nah, don't even listen."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we should call the Minifan who works in the Gillette office who deals with ticketing.
Do we know somebody?
I know somebody.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Wow.
Yeah.
I know somebody who works at 105.1 The Ticket. So maybe I
think that's just as good.
Maybe I get the answer from him.
That'd be great.
Or not. Jesus.
If you have Ticketmaster, you qualify.
God, good God. And then he just runs with it. And it is, if you're at the Globe, now we know the Globe's a disgrace and they're a joke. Others may disagree. We may get to that later. Other idiots might disagree with that. But this is your two things. Either one, you're fucking fired. Pack your shit up and never come back. Or two, if I were Matt Pepin, who I think is in charge of the sports department at the Globe now, I believe, I would say to Ben Volan, I'd call him in and say, Ben, we're not going to fire you. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to investigate everything you've ever written at the Globe. So every Sunday Notes column for starters, every time you say an unnamed source or you're hearing things, we're gonna flag them all over the last 10 years, say, every single one, and you tell us who that person is every single time. If you can't produce it at any time, you're fired.
Right.
That's a thorough journalistic investigation, I think.
Yeah, they really went with that effort for Kevin Cullen.
Well, of course, that's what I'm saying. You read the Cullen. What the investigative look into Cullen, the internal, is worse than what Cullen did. So I nothing will happen. He hasn't tweeted, I don't think, in a day or so.
No, his last tweet is promoting that he was on the Greg Hill show.
Right. So I don't think he'll ever. I think he'll get suspended for a couple of weeks and get banned from radio and TV for like a few months. I think.
Until it'll just be as long as it takes to go. Same with Cohen,
right?
Where it just goes away.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Like I don't want Volen fired because this, especially with the way he's hated. First of all, this hangs around his neck forever.
And now it'll be fun because every article he tweets,
every single one.
Oh, where'd you get this? A fucking DM.
To me, he's cooked at this point, so it's great. He's an asshole. He kicked us when we were down. He fucking talked a lot of shit. The kind of guy who talks shit behind your back. He's a fucking pussy. I hope he gets fired, but he won't. Well, actually, I hope he does. I hope he stays here and just gets killed all the time.
And Conan was saying before, and I thought it was a good point, that why not just phrase it as, a guy, I was talking to a guy earlier and he mentioned this to me. I don't know if it's true, but it's an interesting point, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like if you don't phrase it as gospel, like, me and this guy were bullshitting.
You just don't even touch it. Yeah, to me, I just stay away from it.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, you could do that, but
that's what they all do. Rumblings around the building.
He's also stupid. That's the other thing. He's a fucking dummy who and same with Borges, same with Courtney Cox, who we'll get to in a moment. Same with Volen. Like Volen wants this to be true. Like Borges wanted the Brady Garoppolo thing to be true.
Right.
So they sort of ignore any signs that, hey, this might not. Even Shaughnessy with me this summer, right? He wanted that to be true to the point that he almost ran with it. It was so absurd.
Yeah. And he still has enough connection to a time where you didn't just do that.
Yeah.
That he didn't run with it.
Yeah, correct.
But Volen's younger, you know what I mean? Like, so Volen's more likely to do it. It's also a generational thing where now journalism isn't a real thing.
Sure, but if I'm the Globe, like I'd say, well, if you thought this was so friggin' juicy, like why don't you write it? Why, you work for us. And by the way, this idea that I heard this dummy Megan Ottolini say that like, hey, he said it on the radio. So it's exactly the same. He's going on the radio as an insider for the Boston Globe, as Cullen did on BBC Radio, as all these other guys.
The difference here to me is like you're not writing for your bosses.
There you go.
So you're appearing as a guest somewhere else. So you're playing by different rules, not realizing that people are still identifying you by.
Let me tell you
the job
something. This is a titanically stupid person, surrounded by two other stupid people. I mean, the three of them are all idiots, and two of them are my friends. But like, she believes that, and like, of course, Lou and Christian. Lou is sitting there, who hates the Globe, and he's sitting there saying, listen to Megan Ottolini say how great the Globe is. I wasn't kidding when I put it on yesterday. It's the first thing I heard.
I mean, it's the old adage.
Yeah.
Why would somebody like this go to his editor and just go, hey, I got this story, I got this opinion? What would they say?
So, in my experience,
can I say also I like for you, but he stinks on the air. He is so on. What?
The show's pretty bad.
Oh my God, he fucking stinks.
Him and Merloni are like the old vets there now.
I know.
They're the longest running.
I like Christian, but he sounds out of control. He's like that the whole time. He's wound up, and I know this show's awful, and they both call other people and say how much they don't like Megan Ottolini on the show and whatever. But like I understand you're trying to make up for the fact that she's this glaring weakness in the middle of the show, but she just is, and you have to pretend that like, oh, it's great, even though we know it's not, and all that stuff. But like, it is uncomfortable. I listened for 20 minutes. I was like, this is fucking brutal. No wonder they're losing by 20 points. I mean,
in my experience, I didn't work at the Globe. I worked at the Herald.
She'll probably went to Marconi next year, but I mean, and they also interview her like she's fucking Bob Woodward or something. Like, she worked at the Herald for like a month, didn't she?
Yeah.
They interview her because she was in the.
Yeah, like what do you think journalistically?
She was like a video person for the Herald.
I mean, I'm sure she wrote stuff, and I'm sure she did a fine job and everything. But like, this is not Will McDonough. Like what? Louis Christian no more. I don't know. It's just bizarre. So, listen, the Globe. The reason they're losing by 20 points is because the Globe took the station down. Like that's it. Sure. Because Globe made shit up, and then Megan Ottolini, who again, I guess has shit in her brains, goes on and says this.
What would they say?
So,
and by the way, to be clear, Megan Ottolini's a woman. I think she has shit in her brains. Christian Forey's a man. I think he has shit in his brains. Like
that's okay.
Greg Hill has shit. Chris Curtis, Courtney Cox, they all do. From 6 a.m. to midnight, they all have shit in their brains. One, with the exception of one person who has shit mixed in with fucking alcohol. That's it. Go ahead.
So, in my experience, I didn't work at the Globe. I worked at the Herald, but I know that the Globe standards are very, very, very high. Okay, whatever
you are
think
very, very, very stupid. Your parents were stupid. The first Ottolinis who came to America from, I assume, Italy, Mike?
It sounds Italian.
Yeah. I mean, they must have been stupid. Like, I can only imagine Adam or Eve, one of them was stupid, and then it went all the way down to Grandma Ottolini. I mean, to think that, and then somebody, one of the guys we like on Twitter, In This Town guy, tweeted out a Mount Rushmore of Globe people who have been fucked over for have messed up with plagiarism. Borges, Barnacle,
Cullen,
and now Volan, right?
Yep.
And Megan Donnelly's like, well, actually, like, Borges' thing was at the Herald, and it's like, like, just you do a Google search, Megan, please. I mean, really, it's not that difficult. Maybe it is for you. We have somebody go in and do it for you. It's not that difficult. Go lose by 20 points. Pretend, go root for the teams, and fucking leave me alone. Stay out of the adult stuff. The three of them. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, for Lou, go cross a picket line or do what you do best. Fucking leave me alone. Jesus.
They were still debating whether this was a real.
It's insane.
DM. I don't. 5:30 last night.
It's insane. I asked Megan Donnelly to come on the show. She has not responded. I asked Gordy Cox to come on the show, and she was very polite and she declined. But she was very nice. But she's like, I don't think I can do that. So, which is fine.
I like the idea that late in the day, Volan is just seeing it, and he's like, that didn't happen. He just didn't respond to it all day.
Play some of that. These people, like, Ben hadn't tweeted for like 9 hours. It was obvious. Everybody knows it. And the three of them are, I know they probably what's up?
My signal.
Your what?
A caller. Somebody's calling in.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. It better be relevant to the show. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, do we want to dance around this, or do you want the info from the horse's mouth? Because this is Ben Volan calling.
Oh, wow. You got to dance. Dave, you got to fix the TV.
Thank God.
Go ahead. Yes, Ben. Hello.
Yes,
good morning.
Ben Volan. Okay, so I'm not here to talk about my past. We all know I would never lie. But I have 3 scoops for the future of the Patriots, if you are interested.
Sure we are. This is breaking news. Of course we are.
Okay. The new quarterback that they are going to get is Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. All right.
Because I talked to a waitress at Bob Kraft's wedding.
Oh, wow. You were there?
That Mr. Kraft, Mr. Kraft ordered extra mozzarella. Like when they did the pass apps, he ordered again for mozzarella. So he loves cheese.
Cheese, yeah, I got you.
Where is cheese made?
Well, it's made many places.
Yeah, it's often Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Made in many places, Ben, but Wisconsin, I guess it's a leap, but okay, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Patriots, lock.
Tweet that out, Dave, per Ben Volan. Go ahead, yep. Okay.
Yes, lock. Now, when I say I talked to a waitress, I talked to a waitress's friend.
Sure.
Via a dating app.
I understand.
Okay. Lock solid.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good. 100%. Go ahead. Yeah.
Second scoop. If they don't get Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, well, but
Ben.
You just said it's a lock that you get Aaron Rodgers. I'm confused.
Well, as we know, I mean, some people could be wrong, but maybe Aaron Rodgers is on that he's on that Madagascar drug. So you don't know what he's going to do, if he wants to come.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Scoop number 2.
Scoop two.
Coach Belichick is so sick of this quarterback controversy that he is going to eliminate the quarterback position, and he's going to prove the league wrong and play with 10 people on the field.
Wow.
He's going to show them how good he is. Now, I got this. I got this from a man who's challenged with eyesight on the WEEI street team.
Oh,
I was testing him for my morning.
It's dated, but okay.
My morning bagel with lox, and I saw a blind man, and he said that he worked for the street team, so he must know.
That's right.
That Belichick is gonna, Belichick, and as we know, Belichick was on WEEI long time ago, so this guy must know the facts.
Well, let me ask before you give the third scoop, Ben. That's a good second scoop. Do you think it's a good idea journalistically? I'm not going to in any way impugn your work as a journalist. Do you think it's a good idea to give away your sources on the air after you break a story?
Yeah. I mean, what do I have to lose? I'm up for a Pulitzer. What do I care about?
He wants to be extra thorough right now, you know?
Yeah. Now this third scoop is juicy. Okay.
Go ahead.
The weather. We all know it's going to get cold in Boston, right? You know, the skirts go away. Which I'm sure your producer hates, Colony, the famous skirt chaser, legally and illegally, women, but that's besides the point.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute, what is this?
That's another scoop. That's a bonus scoop.
Run with it. Jeez, Ben Volan of all people.
That's just a fact. Sorry, so the skirts go away, the sweaters come out. The Patriots are tired of that, of the weather. They're going to move the games to the Boston Garden. They're putting a dome. They're going full dome. They're going to convert it to an indoor facility. It's going to be great. Now, where do you think I got this scoop?
I don't know.
Sure. It was around this time, about 9:44 in the morning. I saw two very skinny men whose careers have plummeted since they left a highly successful podcast in Boston, and they were tailgating for a Celtics game as buddies. They missed work. They were so excited, all the pals, so excited. They were drinking ciders at 9:44 in the morning.
Is that really true?
Wow.
Yes, and I looked over their phone, and the one who wears oversized sweaters and career is definitely going to be gone in a year. He was texting a man whose head could be described as shiny as the sun, with no hair on it at all. Okay. He has infiltrated his way into the
awfully detailed
into the Patriots circle via his best friend's work over the last 20 years.
This is unbelievable.
Now he shows him no respect by pissing on the porch, fucking up social media, but I saw the text. It was great. It was great.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Ben.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
No, that's it.
Okay.
No, that's it. I have been watching your trivia team. You're putting on a Freddie Couples type performance.
Well, I have great teammates, great loyal teammates who I love very much.
Well, yes. It also helps when you play, as they said in the famous movie Sandlot, it's easy when you play with a bunch of fat kids and rejects, Rodriguez. So now I'm not saying that's your team. I'm saying that's your opposition.
I understand. Yeah. Well, thank you, Ben.
Yeah. If you do play that team again, maybe give that guy a sandwich. He looks malnourished, to say the least.
We'll talk to you later, Ben.
I think that's the kind of detail you were looking for.
As Ben, he blocked me, so I got a text, by the way, from Kevin Clancy saying, he says he hasn't tweeted yet, and the fact that your producers didn't check means, he said, Feilerberg told Clancy that my producers stink, by the way.
Producers?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, plural.
Nice.
That's a fucking journalist right there, according to the main wire, by the way.
Yeah. That's right.
So while Ben was on the air with us, he blocked me on Twitter, Dave, but I saw that he tweeted.
Yes.
Okay.
We were blocked as well. As a show.
We were not yesterday, though, but I tweeted at him from the show account.
Yes,
okay.
and then we got blocked.
Yeah.
Yes. But we were blocked, so that's why we couldn't just see what just happened.
Yeah, yes. So, but you have the tweet.
I do have the tweet. I got to pull it up.
From Ben Volen.
Yes. He said, "Hey, everybody. Just want to acknowledge that I made a mistake Wednesday on WEEI. I should have not spoken of the DM without vetting it first. No excuses. It won't happen again. I appreciate the feedback and comments I've received."
I called him an ass, so he appreciates that. You're welcome, Ben.
This is good feedback.
You're welcome. Well, there you go. So, I mean, is that the length and width of the Globe's punishment, do you think? Like, you have to do, like...
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It'll be like Phil Mickelson. They'll never announce it, but it'll be... You won't see him for a while.
Yeah, that'll be the thing to watch. Because I'll be curious. Like, EI would be, like... Obviously, you want to have him on today. Then you want to have... that's the other thing is, like, Volen stinks. Like, he's terrible on the air.
Right.
So I don't know what I've nenever got it myself, but who knows?
Was he on regularly with you guys? The only time I remember him...
a couple of times.
I remember him with Portnoy. There was a big feud between those two.
Yeah. He wanted to be on all the time, and he was always like, I want to do this for a career. And I remember saying to him, like, well, you're not, like, good enough. Like, you can't do this. but you know what? It doesn't matter. You can stink it. I mean, Melanie,
Yeah.
Christian Ford, like, these, they all stink. Great. Jermaine Wiggins? Heard Jermaine Wiggins this morning, like, challenging to fight people on the streets or something. Did you see that?
No, I'm interested. That I'm listening to.
Like, he was like going at I think trying to go at me in the first segment I heard this morning. People going after Volen. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, he's fighting people that are...
Focus on your shitty ratings, you idiot. Jesus
Somebody
Christ.
did defend Volen yesterday, which was quite out of the blue.
Who's that?
Mike Felger defended.
Oh, of course.
Yes. Whole thing that you know what? Hashtag I stand with Volen. Because you know what? Most of you are just up his ass because it's a negative Patriots take. If it was a positive Patriots take and he got it from some direct message on Twitter, you wouldn't give a fuck. You'd be like, yeah.
Well, hold on. Felger's become so phony. Like, even the Barstool rant yesterday, he's become completely phony. Like, I'm telling you, you know why I was upset, Dave, honestly, this morning that I kicked that TV and broke it? Mm-hmm. It's not you. I swear to God, I don't. It's not your fault, baby. It's not. When I'm saying,
I don't like
what?
This. I'm just saying.
What?
It's going to happen again, Dave. Remember this. Remember what I'm saying.
Just let him talk, Mike. Let him do it. Let him do his thing.
is I am so tempted to go back into radio.
Oh yeah.
I am. It's in my blood right now. I want to go back and win one more time, and then come back and do this because I hear these guys, and I'm like, I would go back in 2 seconds and fucking win. Felger, it sounds like. So his point is, if Ben Volin was told something by a Patriots season ticket holder that was really positive.
Right.
In the guy report, people wouldn't have as much of a victory lap. Well, A, no shit. Like, no kidding. But B, people would still definitely fucking laugh at him.
Yeah.
If somebody was like, hey, I heard some bullshit positive report. Like, no kidding. Like, so you're a former beat writer for the Herald, and you're saying you stand with Volin for running with this fucking ridiculous. Like, what is he talking about?
So stupid.
Also, it's because people hate Felger for the same reason they hate Volin. So I think he's sensitive too. Like, people have anyone that hates Felger, it's just because he's negative about the Patriots.
I guess.
You know what I mean? So Volin has kind of the same crowd after him. So that's Felger being like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, Volin wants to be Felger when he does radio hits.
Exactly.
Right.
For
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Patriots
yeah.
specifically. It's ridiculous.
It's just insane. And like, so now Volin's apologized for what he did, and that's it.
Yes.
Call Linda Pizzuti. You have her number. I give it to you.
I do.
before.
Yep.
She'll answer probably. You're doing great today, Dave. What? I can't comment the guy.
When you
on
hear
mine?
the voicemail, hang up before it even.
Well, you won't leave her a message.
You'll show him that you will not be treated like that.
I will wait till you direct.
Well, it's not democracy in here. I'm just saying. You know.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 6 1 7
We need
2.
that, Dave. Jesus Christ.
Stop me.
Well, you got one breadcrumb there.
DJ Bean, I ride with Ben. He's quote tweeting the story that Volin blocked. He admittedly chunked it here, but I have a huge respect for his open-mindedness on the Patriots beat. Not a better than, worse than thing. Just a you need this guy thing.
I should have asked the Nolan guy what Ben's response after all this to him was. I bet he said something to him.
What's
Like,
DJ
fuck
Bean?
you for doing it.
What's DJ Bean talking about? Did you hear that, Mike?
Is the open-mindedness like, hey, I believe that even a season ticket salesman could have a scoop?
I don't even get that.
What's the open-minded part?
I don't know. Let me see if I have DJ Bean's number. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. I mean, I used to like DJ, but Jesus Christ. And I do. He's a nice kid, but Jesus Christ. What is that?
That's like when a CEO says anyone at the company could have good ideas, even the janitor.
Yeah, like,
You know,
what is
even
that?
the pretzel salesman could have a big
What
scoop.
does that even mean?
Just a you need this guy thing? Like, we need him as a Patriots beat reporter?
Yeah, why?
As
to
if
make shit
anybody
up?
else can't do that
I think
job?
he means we, like podcasters. Need
And I like
him.
the idea that if I, like, when you defend, like, or criticize, like, take like that, it's like, oh, you're a homer. Oh, I'm a huge homer. Like, just, he's a shitty journalist.
Yeah, I mean the reason they're able to take that stance is because like
What's that?
Direct to voicemail with DJ.
What's that, Mike? I'm sorry.
well, because of the fact that like Feidelberg and Portnoy are going after Volin, guys like Felger and DJ Bean are like, see, it's just Patriots fan. But then it's like, well, no, but people who are pointing out it's horrible journalism are also correct. Just because Feidelberg's a homer doesn't mean.
Yeah, no shit. Like, we need. It just means it's all this inside. Like, nobody in the beat criticized him. Like, wouldn't call him up by name. It's that old thing. So I texted that guy Dave Brown, who was on the show years ago. We first started. Remember him?
Yes.
He had a tweet that I thought was pretty good. I retweeted it, and then I messaged it to Curran, who I hate. And I was like, this includes you. And then Curran called me back. He didn't know it was me. And I was like, no, it's Kirk Minahan. He's like, why'd you send this to me? He's like, I don't read. He said to me, quote, well, let's call Curran. Let's see if he wants to have this conversation.
He answers his phone, apparently.
Yeah. Just another LA devotee. Let me see here. And Curran called me horrible names, by the way. It was unbelievable. I'm dead serious. Swear to life, my kids, you use the R word. You call me the F word for people who are of the same sex, like to have sex with each other.
On this phone call?
Yes. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
That seems like it got heated very quickly.
It did. I was just like, yeah, I don't like you. I don't know. Here it is. I'll call him if you want. He was like, why don't you like me? I'm like, well, you bailed on me when shit was going on. That's all. No hard feelings, but I think you should look at this and criticize Volin publicly. right. Try DJ one more time. I just quote tweeted DJ and said, "You are one dumb fuck." But I say that with some like
love.
Yeah, I like DJ, but he's just, I think he's like in that Felger world now. Am I right? Where he's like, so he's like just his life is just sucking Felger's cock.
I don't know enough about him really. Is he still a
great guy?
NBC?
I don't even know.
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
Sweet. I've known him since for 12 years.
You've reached the voicemail of DJ Bean. I'm unable to come to my phone right now.
Who's answering their phones?
Anyway, but again, said with some affection if he gets back to this. So I don't know. I like DJ. I like his mom too, who I think worked in the Lexington school system. Very nice lady. So I don't like calling DJ a dumb fuck. But on that one, that's a dumb fucking tweet. And he's not. I don't think he's a dumb guy either. But I like him. So anyway, Karin I don't like. But Karin was like. He was like, at one point, he's like, suck on my fucking hog. I was like, Tom, take it easy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. If I'm lying, fucking may God or whoever strike down my children.
Really?
Yeah, I am dead serious. Dead serious. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Carl and I used to get along great.
I like you trying to figure out how to record it, and he's just like getting away with.
Oh, I didn't care. I mean, say whatever you want. I sent him that text like basically like you suck. So I had no. I mean, he should be able to do that. It's funny to me. The whole thing's
pussy.
The funniest thing was the thing before we get to back to Adelini and all the other stuff and Bowen. The thing that upset the radio people in the world the most, current people on both stations reached out to me. Previous people at both stations reached out to me, or one station reached out to me. People get so mad in radio when somebody wins a Marconi. And I have to tell you, I was at the station, we won the Marconi for a couple of times. And I used to say in the show, this doesn't matter at all. It literally means nothing. Right. Like, I can send you the link. To apply for it, you have to send $75 and write an essay about why this person should win a Marconi. And I think to Greg's credit, like I listened to 10 minutes this morning, I don't think Greg really treated it like it was a big fucking deal.
Good.
Did you get, no, he was fucking around.
I mean, I think that he plays that up on the radio.
Yeah.
I think
he'll definitely mention it.
But honestly, for him, like a guy who's like upset, like that's all he has because he doesn't have ratings.
Marconi winning.
He's
host.
Losing by 19 points.
He lost.
And
no,
somebody handed him an award.
Somebody texted me last night at one of the two stations. He lost the last weekly by 22 points, and he won the Marconi, which is not. But by the way, it doesn't mean anything. It's like 5 guys like Kevin Graham and Jason Barrett would get in a room and pick. Like it doesn't. They don't listen. It doesn't make any sense.
It means nothing to people who like you who are reasonable.
No, it also means nothing. It also means nothing to anybody listening in the car.
I listen to a lot of radio. I've never hosted a radio show, but I've listened to a lot.
Get me in the car
never given a fuck.
When they say it's a Marconi winning, nobody is like, oh, wow, I better start. I don't like this show, but now I like it.
Yes.
Right. Of
Yeah.
course not. Yeah. Like I remember one year we won, and we had this big party, this lavish thing. It was the night Mutt was drunk and saying how much I meant to him that night. And it was like so fucking weird. And I remember thinking like, this is all pretend. Like, all matters is ratings. That's it. That's all that matters. That's nothing else matters. But whatever. I mean, I don't. And I think Greg probably for the charity stuff, that scam.
It was
that
personality of the year. It wasn't like
I know, but who do you think votes for it?
Well, but my
it's all
question
inside radio. There's no slimier business.
I think it's bigger. I don't think it's that essay thing. I think it's that Odyssey as a company pays the National Association of Broadcasting $500,000 a year for all their events and all this shit.
And every couple of years they toss it at one of their guys.
Correct.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like next year Michael win it, and the year after some guy from Texas will win it. Yes. Yeah.
Then I'll care.
Yeah. Just crazy. But it's funny how upset smart guys who I talk to about the business get about this. Get like irrationally angry. I thought it was great after yesterday that Greg won it. It was hilarious. What's wild about that show is they're in the news for the first time since the show started yesterday. Like really in the middle of the fire. They tweet nothing about it during the day. Nothing about it. Not a thing. And like they're running away from it today, right? They just talked about the beginning. That was it.
Why?
Pretty much, yes.
That's not bad. That's good for them.
And they also I understand they enabled him and brought him on.
They questioned
But they didn't really look bad in that.
No.
Not really. I mean, they look bad because Jermaine Wiggins, who's stupid, and Courtney Cox, who's, a dummy too. Like they didn't come across great. But so what? Like Greg, I thought was pretty good. Right away, he was like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah.
And Curtis, I thought was pretty good.
Curtis literally said, "This is going to be big when we post this. So are you sure you want to run with it?"
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
That's like perfect. You make headlines and you can just call a guy.
It's not your fault at all.
Like in the old,
You're in the
I don't
right.
know. Again, I want to be in the old days guy, but like this would have been everything for us. It would have been crazy. I'm so fascinated by it. And then Courtney Cox yesterday afternoon is like, responded to some tweet, of course, at us. And she's like, I said big, what did she say? Big, what was her quote?
Oh, yes. Was it like big
yikes or something?
Yes, big yikes. Like, I just opened up Twitter.
She's like, what else do you want me to say? And I was like, you should have, if you had any curiosity, you should have 1,000 questions about this.
Or thoughts in general.
Yeah.
Why are they scared to make fun of people? Like, why are they scared to make fun of their colleague? Why are they scared to make fun of their friend? Why are they scared?
Think of one reason.
What, me?
Yeah.
I guess.
Shit.
I'm just telling you that's why. Or not even necessarily you, but they're afraid of an activist believing in whatever they're making fun of and coming back at them again.
A guy who got duped by a DM? Like, what is an activist going to do with that?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But the Globe, someone that writes at the Globe could probably explain it to him.
I guess, but like,
I mean, what's the other explanation?
Sure, but I mean, like,
that or they're not funny. Those are the two.
But if they talked about the phone thing all day, like, I'd be like, oh, good for them. Like, I like I've said before, I have nothing against Greg. I really don't. He took a job he was supposed to. Like, my show left. The show that followed mine failed spectacularly in the ratings because of one man. We all know who that is. He was on Newsmax yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, he was.
He finally woke up about this thing like 9 o'clock. Like, you see, all of a sudden he started tweeting about it.
Yes.
Jerry, I'm like,
this is incredible.
So I tweeted this is incredible at some point, and then he did the same thing. And he texted me. He's like, I didn't realize you did this. This is incredible. We're getting our shit together.
It is incredible.
It's the Incredibles too.
That shows you how incredible it is that you both.
It's remarkable. No, but I'm kidding. But like, so then Greg comes in, and like, I've always said, like, what's Greg supposed to say?
But he's
say
like,
no when they offer him the EI job. It's stupid.
Yeah, but he's everything you hate about radio.
Completely. But
Yeah.
but Greg is. I've interviewed, like, he was on the old, like, Greg would not deny any of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Greg. He's just what he is.
Yeah.
Curtis I find so interesting because I know this must drive him nuts to not talk about it. Because so I listened to the start of the show. Greg was in New York editing that Marconi. So it was this show from FAN. And Curtis was sort of like in my seat, the host seat. Greg, and you could tell he wanted to talk about it. He was dying to talk about it. And then Greg, by like 6:12, Greg's like, it's a Bruins Thursday, and we get back, something in Florida happened. Did you hear that? Yeah, and I was like, well, I guess
they're doing Bruins Thursdays now.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Here's another radio tease from a Marconi Award winner, Curtis. I believe that Ken Laird.
Oh, Greg, congratulations.
He did that a bunch. He liked that. I think my favorite reaction to that news this morning on the Greg Hill Marconi was actually out of New York this morning.
There he is. Oh, and he's coming back. There he is. All right. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I just
Look at that.
wanted to say hello to the boys.
You want to say hello to the boys? Yeah. Is this the same Greg Hill that you didn't remember who he was this morning when I brought it up?
Well, I know who he is now because he's got a Marconi Award in there with him. He won the Marconi for major.
I think you like it.
It gets a little better.
Oh, does it get better?
Yeah, you like
Market
Gio's.
Personality of the Year last night.
Don't they get their teeth kicked in by the other station?
Who said that?
Gio.
That's my guy. I didn't like Gio before. I'm a Gio guy.
That's what I said. I didn't like him either.
Tweet that out. I'm a Gio guy, please.
My question about the Marconi thing is,
That's funny, yeah.
what do they, like you said, obviously they get paid off or they have some partnership with Odyssey or whatever. But if you asked Jason Barrett, how would he explain, or whoever votes on it, how would they explain voting for Greg Hill over a station that beat them by 20 points?
I think they'd say we just look at the personality, we look at the ratings, look at the charity he's done. I could tell he kept
He's got
mentioning-
intangibles.
Yeah, he kept mentioning the charity.
Okay.
So
It's a Lifetime Achievement Award is all it is.
yeah, meanwhile, I mean, Rich Shirley's done more charity. He brought a homeless guy off the fucking street.
Right.
Speaking of which, Stop and Shop the last couple of days, I got some guy talking Red Sox endlessly than me. Steve Peralt.
Oh my God.
That's
too
new.
That's cold.
That's a shame.
I reached out to Steve. I've always liked Steve, and he's a drip. But
Think go back to Section 10?
why is his great question. Why is his podcast dropping? All these other shit podcasts are still there. It's just weird. It's such a weird company. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that, Mike, overall. Like, I don't know who votes for it. But think about, like, just intellectually, right? Let's say 5 people vote for the Marconi from all over the country. How much time during the year do you think the guy in Texas spent listening to Greg Hill?
Right.
And the guy in Spokane spent listening to a station in Austin, Texas?
Well, maybe they study it if that's their, their job.
It's just so dumb. Like, it's insane, So, I don't know. I don't think I was ever nominated, though. That's hurtful.
That's a damn shame.
Very bitter. So, yeah. What else from this? I mean, there's a million things.
Well, the other reaction was Toucher and Rich this morning talking about it a little bit.
Do they have a good source on this? A good piece of reporting or no?
There's some great reporting.
Oh, good.
Around.
Okay. Well.
So there was this thing, Ben Volen was on the Marconi Award winning Greg Hill show.
And he was flown out there too. That's nice.
By the same people that didn't fly us out.
I know. I was just gonna say.
But see, like while they're joking around, there's that bitter radio right there, though. Like they
wish they won.
kidding, and they're also not kidding. They want to win those Marconis. Rich Shertenlieb wants to win them.
He definitely wants to, but this is also so absurd that you like. I don't know if you're kidding in this spot. This is insane.
I'll say this though: wouldn't you be not that you'd be bitter and want to win, but wouldn't you be like,
if I was beating
how ridiculous is it that we didn't win and Greg Hill did?
If we beat the show by 20 points, yes, but I will say Fred Touch is the same guy who used to be like, "Oh, I'm going to speak at the Talkers Convention," and this.
Well, he deserved it.
Well, go ahead. No, they do great ratings.
Be a double standard here.
and they flew him out.
He beat Felger and Matt.
I know. Felger and Matt, whatever. So I'm reading this from the main wire. I have no animosity towards the Greg Hill show, but this is the way this is written. Boston Globe sports scribe Ben Volen's "Everyone Hates Mac Jones" scoop was a fake DM. Boston Globe sports writer Ben Volen told the low-rated WEEI morning radio show.
Oh, my God.
You're also
someone that would...
I mean, what world do we live in?
Unknowingly.
It's crazy. I gotta think there's a Touch and Rich producer who's there has to be, right?
Well, I asked Mike, like, what is the Google search result where that popped up first?
Yeah, is
like,
it possible that not a lot of people wrote about it?
Well, he gets to it.
No, told him everyone in the New England Patriots organization hates Mac Jones. The alleged journalist appears to be the victim of a dastardly DM.
Who wrote this?
DMing trickster. This is from I just Googled Ben Volen, and this came up. Steve Robinson, from the Maine Wire.
Oh, from Maine. Okay, so it's a Maine paper.
Yeah, the Maine Wire.
All right.
Host Greg Hill and his producer pressed Volen hard on where the information came.
If you go down to the bottom of that article, it says, disclaimer, sometimes I help Kirk Minahan solve murders.
Sure, you get all the way to the bottom. You also, paragraph above it has, what is it? It's, what does he write? Noted investigative journalist John Feilerberg first broke the story.
Dastardly. I was going to say, there's the word dastardly.
Dastardly is there. Well, so that's very funny, though. Good for Steve. That's a good pump for Steve.
Yeah, it is. Getting scoops.
Yep.
But yeah, they must be sitting there like laughing. Like, we're beating these guys by 20 points every week. They should be running with this like anyway. Who knows? Anything else from this?
Nothing too crazy on the Bowen stuff, at least.
Well, let me say this though. So when people want these stories to be true, they make things up. We said this about Volen. I said this about Borges, or about Cullen. Borges sort of believes something. I'm gonna put Courtney Cox, who's the part of the morning show with EI in this category as well. How about you, Dave?
Yes, definitely.
So she was at there's nothing I hate more than when like radio people go to charity events the night before and report it like it's real journalism.
I always got excited for it.
They just go, you know how many things I've turned down like that in my career? 5 million, because I was working the next day. She's sitting there at the McCourty bowling event so she can hang out and take pictures. Like, do your fucking job.
Every morning
Read
I woke
something.
up, I wished you guys went to a charity event, and I was
Why don't you read the fucking story?
Oh, for 1,000.
What are you laughing at, Dave?
It is funny to think. They go to that sometimes thinking they're like going to find a scoop somehow.
Yeah,
I'm
going to see Jason McCourty. Who's a shit. Jesus Christ. So she's there, and she claims that... Well, do we have the original report?
Yes.
Go ahead.
At one point, Devin McCourty introduced every player that was there. Now, this is 400 people that paid to come to this event to watch Patriots players bowling.
Right.
Devin McCourty says, and coming up next, the Zapster, Bailey Zappi. The place goes nuts.
Bonkers.
Insane. 3 guys later... and Mac Attack, Mac Jones.
And it was crickets?
You guys, I have never felt more uncomfortable in a space in my life. So if they haven't heard the outside noise yet, let me tell you.
Okay, so
Interesting.
So she's saying at a charity event for the Patriots, where it's all fanboys, that they announce Bailey Zappi, and I get if you said to me Bailey Zappi got a louder cheer than Mac Jones, I would believe that.
He's hot right
It's his time. I totally get that. But the idea that all these fanboys and they announce Mac Jones, it's dead silence, just doesn't pass the Kirk Minahan smell test.
Well,
right?
how would you ever know? I believe it.
We'll get there in a second. So my friend, to her eternal credit, Megan Ottolini, on the afternoon show that same day. Did you see this, Dave?
I didn't see this.
Said, actually, I had somebody send me audio, and I hate to say it, but Courtney's wrong. This is not true. Played audio, and it sounded exactly the same. Like the audience reaction was the same. To her credit, she did this. She actually went on the air and did this.
Damn.
Sources, plural, that's an S at the end of after the E, told me that Courtney Cox went into management and complained about that.
Bit of a cat fight over at EEI.
So there's a reason why the afternoon show didn't talk about that yesterday. That's what my sources told me, that they said, do not talk about this. The morning show runs the roost, as they should. I mean, they're losing by 20 points. And Courtney Cox is so talented. She went in and complained to management, and they were like, I guess Mike Thomas or Ken, I don't know, said, stop doing this. So as of yesterday, they stopped doing it. We'll see if they respond to it today. So Dave you got audio of the event?
I do.
Okay, so who's up first? Zappy?
Zappy.
That's Bailey Zappy.
Yes.
Named after?
I don't know.
There's
George
a news
Bailey.
story this week. Bailey for Party of Five.
Really?
His mom was a Party of Five fan. It's true.
Be damned.
Yes.
Wow.
My man Scotty Wolf.
Was that in that emotional NFL draft day segment that he did? Did you see that one?
I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
You've been zapped! Here we go, Bailey Zappy!
Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's a nice reaction.
I don't know about nuts.
No.
I mean, Mike,
There
we're
are
in
cheers.
a bowling alley, Mike.
I'm just saying, there's some cheers.
You're zapped.
I've heard louder applause at a bowling alley before.
Sure,
A
absolutely.
couple of strikes.
Yeah, so you've been, I don't know, who's doing that play-by-play? Who's doing the announcing for that?
I believe that was Jason McCourty. I don't know.
He's retired, right?
Yes.
Okay, Devin is
I
still
guess
playing.
It could have been Devin, but
Okay, one of the great nice guy, one of the terrific bores of all time, Devin McCourty.
Dave says they all look the same, right?
Who's that? Well, the twins.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yes, of course. That's what he means, right, Mike?
Right.
Yeah. Why are you putting him down?
I'm sorry.
You hear that, Dave?
I know he's your
I
guy.
did hear it. I noted it.
I know you don't like other people criticizing.
No, that's right. That's my man.
Special little
Fuck you doing?
thing you have.
Beat the shit out of him. So now next is I still say the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots, Mike.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think he was in the NFL top 100 players, though.
That's what I heard, and it got to his head a little
Don't like that. I've heard the Aaron Rodgers stuff, too. You believe Ben Volen's report that the Patriots can play 10 players on offense?
I mean, I don't have a reason not to believe it. He cited his source. He was pretty thorough.
That's true. So here's a reaction. Again, you heard the Zappy reaction, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the reaction for Mac Jones.
Mac attack! Mac 10! Mac Jones, a part of the Jones brothers! Coming in!
I mean, all right, okay.
Wow.
I don't like you. I will give Courtney Cox this. I think Zappy's was maybe a little louder. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm being generous here.
Yeah.
There's no difference though.
Neither was that crazy loud. I didn't think.
No. It's exactly the same.
Neither was worth mentioning.
Mike wants a charity event to just explode, just erupt.
I do.
That's what she said. Not my.
It's corporate sponsors there. It's not even fans.
Dave,
that are
I'm
there.
listening to the
Courtney
report.
Cox is reporting this. And again, she's on the air saying this. She's making it up.
I like that Dave thinks I came in with sound of a random charity event, and is like, guys, this didn't get very loud.
There must have been some charity event where people went crazy, you know?
I would think so. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway,
I hear mesothelioma is a good one.
it's always
They get pretty rowdy.
So I guess this morning she was like saying like, why are they people talking about this? Why are she's all defensive. It's like, you made the story up. Like there has to be, but of course nothing will happen.
Oh, what did you think it was true?
Yeah, it's just like people are just nuts. They're just crazy.
Oh, I said it, so you thought it was automatically true. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do now.
Yeah,
It's
so
weird to be on like a morning radio show. Think you can blatantly lie like that, as if there's not other people in the media that are there to discredit.
It's the same exact thing. She wants that to be, she's on the morning show. They think when there's a quarterback controversy, they get a little bit of buzz, they get some calls. So if she says that, she's furthering some bullshit narrative. That's all it is.
But didn't you have enough like competitive spirit to think like if you just made something up, that somebody would track down that was a lie?
Yeah.
Right.
She knows that Billy Costa and Jenny from TV Diner or whatever.
We got Dave's
they're not-
sources for the story.
No, but I'm just saying she knows that they're not going to say anything about it. She knows that BZ's not going to say anything about it, and she just says it anyway.
See, I'm the opposite, where I would think someone has to be there that would say this, and I think people just, like Courtney Cox, just don't have that, I guess.
Yeah, Joe Schmo on Facebook recording it and putting it out there for the public to see.
Someone's going to make fun of me if I lie
That
about
makes
this.
no sense. Like, they're so dumb. And she's been super pissy about it, I guess. And again, she went to management. That's what I was told. Oh. Yeah. I'm with Megan Alini on this one.
Yeah, you always have been.
Oh, she's an idiot, but I'm with her on this one. She did a good job. And when you do something like that, you after the other show, and this happened to Lou. Lou did a Greg Hill impression at the start of the show when Greg Hill first started. Greg went to management, and Lou doesn't do it anymore.
I can't imagine going to management. That must be such a Like, what do you say? They made
especially
fun of
over
me?
that. Like, go back at him. I don't know.
But like even like I would go to Megan Ottolini if I had a problem and be like, hey, that's kind of fucked up. It was my memory of it. I wasn't trying to blow up the story. But to go to management and be like, I don't like them talking about it. Could you tell them to stop for me?
That's actually a great point because they were both up for that job, weren't they? I'd imagine they're moderately friendly. I'd imagine. Yeah.
I don't know that, but yeah. So there you go. Anything else from this entire world? Any thoughts, Mike, Dave, anything?
Well, I mean, from that, no. I think you both said it all.
Just in general. Volan, no?
I mean, I just think it's insane that all he has to do is put out a public apology about something like that and nothing will happen. Like for Stacey James to just act like nothing ever happened or something, that seems ridiculous to me. I would absolutely take away his credential at that point.
I wonder how much, like, because Portnoy retweeted the video before Volan was on the Greg Hill show, right?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
Portnoy retweeted the video and was like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of that was like, I'll show him. I have a source now. You know what I mean? Like, not just Portnoy, but people like going after him for
I
that.
would think so. Yeah, I would think so. I can only imagine that.
Like, how do you walk back into the like press box with all those people? You think they're all DJ?
They don't
Bean-like?
care. They're all friends.
Yeah, or they're just pussies. Like they'll talk shit. Yeah, it's like Pete Abraham. They all hate Pete Abraham, but like they won't say anything to him.
Right.
It's just the same. You know, they're all pussies.
I would say, and I don't follow it that closely. I think like the most respected is probably Mike Reese on the beat, right?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
But Volan is at least like more notable locally lately with all his media appearances.
Well, it's because he does
controversial.
Because he doesn't like Reese won't do this stuff.
So this would be an opportunity for these other beat reporters to like completely call him out, to be like, you've just looked for attention this entire 5-year run that you're on or whatever. You're trying to get on EEI every chance you get, trying to get on NBC Sports Boston, but they won't say shit.
No, and then you have people like DJ Bean, who I like, of course, and Felger. Like, how can you defend this? Like, you can say you like him, you could say he shouldn't be fired, but to be like, hey, what are you gonna do? Like, you're fucking journalists. Like, that's what I don't get. But
Felger's just playing a character. That's not a real.
Isn't that tiring to you though? Like, do people want to listen to that shit for 4 hours every day? Obviously they do. I guess.
Evidently,
Before they beat Greg Hill in the Marconi. I mean, they lost to
true.
Greg Hill for the Marconi. So.
Oh my god, I might just buy 4 hours a day in the morning somewhere and just fuck go on the air and win at this point. I can't even handle it anymore. Listening to these idiots. Do they all suck this much? Felger sucks. Like, oh my god, is he terrible?
I haven't found anyone better. So.
Jesus Christ.
I don't pay attention to the ratings much.
I believe that. That I believe.
It's good.
Why, you said it
probably
today?
a wise tactic.
No, he said that.
I know they responded to Touch and Rich, I guess.
Watch out, boys.
No shit. Yeah. Jermaine, that's what Jermaine Wiggins was like. Yeah, you guys are nice to me at charity events. So if I see you in the street, I'm like, what are you, beat him up? Great. Like, can you be good in the radio? Like, we all agree Jermaine Wiggins can beat up Fred Toucher.
Oh, you want to tango with number 7 in the ratings, pal? Huh?
Like, you want to get into a fist fight? Okay, you'll win. Like, Jermaine Wiggins wants to come here today. He can beat me up, but then let's sit and have a conversation. So dumb. Oh yeah. What else?
He was nice to me.
How was Jerry's?
Very nice guy.
How was Jerry's reaction to hanging out with Cooner yesterday? Did you watch any of that?
I did not.
That's very exciting.
No, I did. He was excited to be on with him. I know that.
I'd like to listen to those two talk not about politics, just about life.
Oh, I'm sure they do all the time.
Like philosophy.
Yeah. Do you sound of it?
I have a rule on Twitter. If something makes me laugh, even a little bit, just a little chuckle, it earns a like. Even if I disagree, even if it's criticized.
Right, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Jerry's.
That's Jerry all the way.
Jerry all the way.
Chuckle. Oh, great tweet by AOC. Like. Let's look at Jerry's likes, shall we?
He did get a laugh right at the start, right at the gate. Yeah, so maybe that late night out of Matante, maybe that idea has something there to it.
Ashley Hayek and host of the Callahan Show, Jerry Callahan. Jerry, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on this?
Well, if Eric Adams didn't want any more migrants to come to New York, I don't think that was the best strategy to show them the resorts that's set up. Get ready for a whole bunch more.
You got the laughs. That's all that matters.
Anyways, what else is in the news, folks?
Jesus. Jeff was on too?
Men are women. Women are men. Up is down, down is up. And I think one of the major reasons why the Democrats are going to get destroyed in November is people are just sick of it. I'm sick of it. You're all sick of it. We're all sick of it.
Weren't those same people sick of it like a year ago?
But now left is right and black is white.
Up is down. I gotta go take a shit. I'll just do it here. I like Jeff.
He is funny.
Dare you accuse me of that?
He's entertaining. He is funny, like in his own way.
Boston Bulldozer.
I told Jerry yesterday, I was like, you should just have him come on like once in a while. No?
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Just do it at night, even if it interferes with his...
Oh, that's the problem. They record at the same time.
That's true.
Competitors.
I guess, yeah, it's true, I guess. Although I'm sure they have a lot of different opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I remember when the notable Boston.com morning show took over for Jeff Cooner, I was scared shitless of what his fans are fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah, they're
like
crazy.
People call Minifans crazy.
They're crazy.
The Coonerites are fucking nutso.
Crazy.
Jerry should have Jeff Cooner on and read all the liberal tweets that he likes to see Cooner's reaction.
Yeah, let's look up. Let me see the last tweet that Jerry liked that was like critical of the Republican. Let me see. I'm a couple of days in here.
I can sing about my pussy.
J.D. Vance.
What is the possible context?
Critical of John Oliver. Joe Biden grabbing that girl. Some Republican destroys some liberal in the debate. I'm not seeing anything here in the last couple of days.
Not too many laughs.
Jesse Kelly, Glenn Greenwald, Julie Kelly, Scott Adams, Tucker Carlson.
Well, they could be having a good run. The
Ted
Republicans
Cruz,
could be having a good
Robert
week.
O'Neill, Tom Shattuck, Matt Walsh, Fugitive Mama.
I don't know that one. That could be a liberal.
Saying that Nancy Pelosi should go to jail.
Okay. That's less likely.
Stephen Miller. I'm not seeing a lot. I'm about a week back now.
Huh.
Mike Montante.
Oh.
Oh, you like that one?
You like that one.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Robert O'Neill. Let me see if I can find one funny one. Get the Jerry. Greg Gutfeld. There you go. What is Jerry doing? Here's Greg Gutfeld tell a joke. Is that right?
Chuckles.
Chuckles. A chuckle. Jerry was very into the He's like, yeah, news. He's very into Newsmax. I think he thinks something's gonna happen with Newsmax.
They've had him on before, right?
No, but I think bigger than that. Yeah, yes, yeah,
No
you're right,
brainer. No brainer.
You think something's gonna happen?
Not even the TV, just the social media. They have 3 million followers on YouTube.
So what do you want them to do?
Subscribers. Just put the fucking show on their YouTube channel.
Perfect.
I'm down with that. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
That's it.
Jerry and Ironhead.
Yep.
Taking the morning.
Yeah, and if they helped him book guests and stuff like that, and he could bounce around, like they have literally 4 guests an hour minimum. They probably actually have like 8 guests an hour minimum. So their Rolodex on Newsdesk or whatever the fuck Newsdesk is crazy.
Jesus,
It's exhausting. How many minutes are these guests on?
They're just all the same person, right? Just in different form or fashion.
Pretty much, yeah.
Saying the same shit
Yeah.
over and over again.
People won't go, or people they can't get because they're on Fox News or something
Right?
like
Yeah.
that.
Jesus. God. Well. Anyway, when Jerry goes on, like, is he like the big dog in that group or no? Like in that or no?
That guy yesterday, the host loved him though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did like. You could just tell they had a vibe to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I would think Jerry hasn't done enough of that shit yet to be the alpha.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Jerry's like so nice to them when he goes on, you know. He's so opposite of who he is. So happy to do it. Yeah.
And you know, Jerry knows this as well, Jerry Callahan. You just have to look in Boston, literally maybe 100 yards from the mayor's office, and you will see homeless veterans who served in Vietnam, in Iraq, in Afghanistan.
Jerry's sitting there with a smile on his face and nodding his head.
Damn
the entire
straight.
time.
Yeah.
Telling it like it is.
Yeah.
Michelle Wu didn't give her a pay raise.
I saw
Did
that.
you see that?
I saw
And the
good,
council.
Good political move.
That's a great
smart
political
move. Good move by her.
Did
Good move by her.
Jerry at all weigh in on Matt Walsh saying that adults shouldn't watch cartoons? Did you see that this week?
You call them adults?
Adults.
You call them adults?
Adults.
Really? I don't think he actually usually says it like that.
Well, I don't usually say adults, but I say, what did I?
Is that how Matt Walsh says it?
Adults.
ADULTS. How do you spell it? What do you say?
Adults.
Adults.
You just said adults.
Adults. No, adults.
Why are you correcting
You just said adults.
I think I said it because you said it a different way. So
I just
said
spelled
it
it
your
for
way.
you and you said adults.
No, but I think I said it based off the way that you said it. Adults.
What?
Ah.
When did I say it?
No, you said adults.
You sound like fucking spiders.
you said-
sound like spiders.
No.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I don't even know if
What's this world coming to?
How do you say it? If you one person's a child,
Adults.
another person's what?
adults is an adult.
I don't
say
believe
it.
you.
You say adult.
I think you were trying to sound sophisticated, and you said
Sophisticated.
adults.
Me? Sophisticated? Trying to be sophisticated? Adults.
Anyway, Matt, what happened? Who said what?
Well, he just said that they shouldn't watch. Like, one, he was into anime. He was talking about anime porn, but then he just said that adults.
He's into it?
No, he said that it shouldn't exist, and then he said that adults.
Sure.
Yeah, not here.
I can't listen to the story. I have to say. Should what?
Hang on 1 second.
Your opinion on anime? It's really popular amongst teens and young adults. I think it's all satanic.
Even this guy says
I have no argument for it. I have no argument.
He thinks
for
it's
why
all what?
Satanic. It just seems that way.
Satanic.
Oh, he's no argument about it. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
To me, all anime to me seems weird, just like bizarre, creepy, and in general, I don't think that adults should be, whether it's anime or any other kind of cartoon. With rare exception, adults really shouldn't be watching cartoons in general.
Why? Why?
I don't really know.
It's just strange. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Wasn't Scott Adams originally a cartoonist? Am I thinking of the right guy?
What's the difference, Scott Adams? I think. I think it's a
okay.
Dilbert. I think it's a Dilbert
I
guy.
thought that's- I assumed
he's
that's
going
what
like
it
a
was.
hardcore right wing.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that's his name though, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a different guy.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I think it's Matt Adams, isn't it?
That's Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh with Scott Adams.
Oh, I thought we said Scott Adams.
There was a Scott Adams in the Republican world. I think you're right.
Okay.
Anyway, who knows? I'm not listening anyway. Lost me after adults.
Adults.
What?
Yeah.
What happened with Clemmer? I mean, I know that he's not Greg Hill. I didn't hear it though.
What's this, folks?
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear it.
So Clemmer went on Stewie Clubhouse last
That
night.
Stewie Clubhouse guy is the
Yeah,
biggest
it's rough.
cunt in the world.
He's annoying.
Oh my god! I really hope he dies.
I hope I don't get into it with him now. I don't want to tango with him again.
I mean, he
He's
just
gonna challenge me to
stinks.
rough and rowdy.
It's you know what I have to say, and everyone told me to leave him alone. Chris Castanelli can go fuck a tree.
Whoa!
He goes on there every week. Fuck you, you fucking twat face.
Is he on
Leave
this
me
episode?
alone. Leave me alone. Go wrap up a baseball game and link to some charity, you douche. I have no patience for him anymore. He's in this world like he's you know what? He's no longer. He's now an enemy.
Oh,
Tweet it out. Tweet it out. Tweet it out. Hey, look at me. Tweet it out.
Oh boy.
What?
Do you feel scared now, Dave?
He's fine.
I should tell you
it's the
something.
safest place in the world. What are you talking about?
If you feel any, just let me know.
No. Oh, so you can make fun of the way he says
We can
adult,
find
which
you
is totally
help.
fine.
Listen, I might make fun of you once in a while, but I love you. Now I'm doing it.
I can't take. I can't take it. I can't take Chris Castaneda, who I used to like. I can't take.
He
him
was on
that
this
shit.
episode
He
with
goes
Clemmer?
on all the time.
Does he not follow us?
How the hell do I know? What?
I thought he was a friend of the show. I don't know.
What the
Originally,
fuck?
before
Not anymore.
today. Before today.
No, I mean, what the fuck, idiot. Ugh. So Clemmer's on there because he has nothing else to do with his fucking time. He's doing nothing for the company. I mean, he's a drain. He's on that thing, and what the Minifans kind of invaded last night, or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, get quiet like you always do whenever you're under pressure.
You're the
You
one
never
that
have
I
anything
don't
to say,
understand.
bro.
I asked you a question. You didn't give me a direct answer, so I don't really know how to follow back up with you. I don't get the anger here, but okay.
P-Stacks, could you fill us
This is where the Stewie Clubhouse guy just tries to interrupt him every time to
To
defend
try-
him. So he
right.
doesn't
Just
have
let Clemmer do it. I mean, who works for Barstool? Like, who's supposed to be a personality? Let him defend himself, you idiot.
I think that dude does work for Barstool. as
Have
well.
we figured that?
Really?
Why
Who
can't
is
we
he?
figure that out?
Who is he?
I think he just does social media for
Who is he?
Barstool.
I don't know.
I don't know his name. I don't know
Why
his
are we
name.
not naming? Like, what are we
I don't
doing?
know his name. I honestly don't know who it is.
That'd count as a decent amount of followers, I think.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hold on,
typically
can we
that's
talk about Clemmer bashing Barstool?
yeah, that's kind of part of it, but yeah, I mean Clemmer like directly bashed Barstool and Stoolies, and then on Kirk's show was kind of like mocking the electric chairs and all this and how they could be, it's kind of fake, and then
Okay, hold on, stop. Okay,
Hold on,
this
we
is-
talking about
this is
your
fun.
deleted tweets?
I'll talk about them all day.
Why'd you delete them then?
He's going to talk about it all day.
Why'd you delete them? Like, I don't really care. Like I don't. But Chris was trying to get it. That's not a big deal to me. It's pathetic because I heard Porto say Porto didn't give a fuck. No.
Well, I don't think I got to ask you about this.
Yeah.
What he tweeted, someone posted those screenshots.
I like Chris Castanelli. I feel bad now. He's a nice kid.
I knew you
know
would.
what?
I knew you would feel
Dave,
bad.
did you tweet it?
I won't
like
tweet it. I was right about to click tweet.
Well, tweet it and then apologize.
Keep on hold for now. Keep on hold for now. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Someone posted those screenshots, right? Last week.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Chris Clemmer replied to him.
Yes.
But Clemmer's reply was like, so the messages he's talking about were Clemmer criticizing KFC as an interviewer and criticizing Barstool Pizza. And Clemmer replied, I will eat an entire Barstool Pizza while KFC interviews
Oh,
me."
yeah.
And my thought was, How does that change anything?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why is that your
Well, I guess his way of saying, "Hey, I'm not afraid. I made up, and I'm discussing it here." You know, it's just like I don't.
But he isn't. I still don't know the answer.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
does he think that or not?
No, of course he does. Like he doesn't. You think he likes these? Again, he's Frank the Tank's like fourth sidekick. Like, it's not working. But what's he supposed to do? He has a job. He's not very talented. He's trying to hang in there. Like, I'm not even like. It's not that big of a deal. It's just when he does the "woe is me" act. It's just like, oh God.
I have things I am working on. A couple of these got delayed for a couple different reasons. Not huge deals. They're gonna come out soon. Some I already have episodes in the can waiting to come out. So
He's doing some podcast about sports movies or something.
Okay. Specifically sports movies.
I think somebody told me that. I mean,
interesting. It's awfully niche.
It'll stink, but whatever. Barstool will promote it. But yeah. Was there anything else in there or no?
Nothing great. I mean, people just called him out, and he's awkward on it, and so.
Yeah, you just play like a random clip. He's just not good at this. He gets defensive, and he should be a stage where he's like, "Why are you still at the curtain? Go fuck himself." Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You know. Now he'll do it, right, Mike?
I'm sure.
If I tell him to do it, I would think.
I was a new Barstool employee. I'd be looking to bring in money. This 98 Mariners.
Who is this
thing,
guy?
This is I think it's Shark Minahan or something like that on Twitter. He questions him a lot.
Well, good for him. He's doing a good job. He should be hosting it, not the other guy. Jesus Christ.
I just don't understand the sponsor. Like what are you saying now?
I joined in. We're in here talking about you fucking racing people in the 40-yard dash. That was like 3 months ago. You did a couple of them.
No. I'm asking you a question. What did you just ask me about sponsors? I don't understand your question.
My thing would be,
why doesn't he just say, "Shut the fuck up"? That's none of your goddamn business.
What sponsors? What are you talking about?
Well, like basically that he hasn't brought any money into the company. So,
well, of course, nobody thought he would. Like, I don't mean that's not, but like he's in because he looks weird. That's it. Like Dave thinks it's funny if he stands him next to Frank the Tank or Jeff. What's his? I'm not gonna say his name, but like that he thinks that's funny. That's it. Dave doesn't care if he ever blogs anything.
Yeah.
Did he discuss on the Dave Portnoy show this week?
Who knows? Ww's to say?
How come they deleted it and then just don't acknowledge it whatsoever?
Something.
You got some sources there?
Yeah, I don't want to name my sources, but there's something weird going on there.
Did Mike Portnoy go on a Tom Curran like tirade?
I don't know, but something strange
between talent. Let's say the marquee name and maybe the host.
Maybe. I don't. You might know more than me, but I heard it got spiked. Right?
Yes.
Really?
They did it and it got spiked. That's all I know.
What could have been said?
And not addressing it is a big deal. That's
very unlike
that's
Dave.
not a Portnoy move.
Completely. No, very unlike Dave. We'll see if it's a retooled show next week or if Eddie's back. I'm an Eddie guy. He's like me. I like him, but I have his back on this one. He does a good job. Dave's hard to fucking handle every week.
This isn't the time for Eddie to rock the boat. I think Big Cat was in Chicago looking at new offices for that crew.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I think Eddie's a staple in Chicago. No, he would be.
I would
there.
hope so. Jeez, I would hope
just because he disturbed Portnoy in some way. I don't think he would get fired.
Well, you just never know. You don't want to
true.
rock the boat.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, you know, absolutely, absolutely. So that was it from Clemmer. Really, just meandering bullshit.
Yeah, meandering bullshit. Yep.
I can. I understand not being able to defend yourself in that situation if you're Clemmer.
Sure,
I will say.
Yeah, but like you gotta. The Dave's point. I was the same thing. When just listening to it now, I'm like, Chris should just be like, "Fuck you." Like,
right.
What do you know? And I like this other guy. I'm appreciative of him asking the questions, but you gotta fight back. Chris does this thing where it's like that doesn't work. It's clearly not working. Do something else.
I'll tell you why, and I may know from slight experience.
Sure.
Where if Chris really had something in the can that he was passionate about and thinks is going to be very good, then he would say, "Hey, fuck you guys." I think the problem is he hasn't had anything work for him. He doesn't have anything coming up that's working. So you get kind of defensive and you're like, fuck, they're right. They're all right about this thing I'm insecure about.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, definitely possible. I don't know. But you got to but that would be like you work at Barstool, you're on this thing, and you have some guy just badgering you. At some point, you get like, fucking leave me alone. Fuck off. Right. Okay, great. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know.
I'd like an answer if that guy works for the company or not. I don't know.
I
why we
would
haven't
too,
found
by the
that
way.
out.
I mean, this guy hates us. Like, does he work at the company?
Yeah, I don't know.
He definitely works at the company.
Okay. Like, what's, all right. Well, yeah, reach out. I don't want to talk to him, actually, but whatever. What else?
I'll tell you another thing. Chris, how do you get, like Jeff and I were talking about this earlier today. Like, I don't understand how anybody gets shit done in that office because it's like distractions. It's super fun to be in there, but like, there's so much shit going on. Like, how do you manage that?
This is him talking about the fact that he can't work in his place of employment, Stewie Clubhouse. Right? It's like a carnival in there that you can't get madness. You can't get any work done there.
Oh my god!
It's a madhouse.
It's so much fun.
I think they have don't they have like the new world of like business offices where they have these like, what do you call them? It's like a cube, but you have like it's a closed in small office.
You could sit at your desk and blog there.
But they have like people 50 little like micro rooms.
But even if they don't, I was just there the other day. There's first of all, no one's there. Secondly, if you're like, hey, I'm writing a blog, you put your fucking headphones on and blog. No one's gonna bother. Somebody put a camera in your face once in an hour and a half.
Yes. Yeah.
You take them off. They might ask you a stupid question, like, oh yeah, fucking Frankie, blah, and then go back and fucking write some more. It's just not. Yeah. You're not fucking John McCain getting your fucking arms broken every 3 days. You know, I don't think.
Well, even if it is utter madness, my argument would be, well, it seems like other people get work done.
Yeah, we just did a show here. I just destroy the television. Like we do the show. Life goes on.
Can you imagine hearing that? And meanwhile, Big Cat just finished his 7th show of the fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, it's your job. Like you just go in, you do your shit, and you get it. Like it's not. What does Chris say? No way he doesn't even goes along with this. No, he can't.
You have to have a good ideas and put your head down and go to work. But Clemmer doesn't have that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Which one was that? Who is that?
I don't know. I booted him.
Yeah, fuck him.
That's what they do. They just make something weird out of it and then move on, pivot to something else.
Jesus Christ.
Don't ask questions here.
What else?
Your boy Montante was in there too, wasn't he?
Montante did make an appearance.
Oh, what did he
say?
say?
Yeah. Let me see what Montante is.
Hold on, a rising star in the community, Mike.
Yes.
What do you think of his appearance?
I liked him. He was very good.
He was good.
Okay, he was good.
Yeah. He was much better than Snell.
I enjoyed him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think was that a jealousy shot by Snell? Do you think, Dave?
I don't want to disturb Snell either. I'm on everyone's side here. I don't want these guys coming at me. They seem pretty vicious.
Middleman Mike.
That's right. Just trying to keep my head above water.
That's true.
Well, what you guys got to realize is...
Hold on. By the way, you can hear the ocean in the background as Montante's making his call from his 200 square foot condo. I should have questioned. I never believe stories when somebody gets a deal like that.
Why?
Because why would somebody give you $300,000 less than it's listed?
But how? What are you suggesting? He paid a lot more?
I don't know. It just doesn't.
Unless it was like an illegal move by that person.
Why would he lie about the deal?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying, like, I guess. But people always, I got a great deal. It's almost like people love to say they got a great deal.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, I got a great deal on this. I believe Montante.
Like it was their cunning.
Yeah, like he likes me so much. He's like, you know what, you kid. You got it.
Right. Okay.
Because it really doesn't exist in real estate. It doesn't happen.
You would know better than anybody.
I do. The great deal is avoiding a real estate fee, like the realtor fee.
The 6%.
The commission. Yes, that's a great deal in today's world if you do.
Let's get out there and play tennis myself.
So when my dad died first, and then when my mom was really sick, we went to the realtors my parents moved to a smaller place once I got sick. And then we were going to sell that place when it was just my mom and move her in. And the realtor, very nice people, very nice Winchester realtor, sat down with us and they talked to us. And like kind of the family friends, sort of, kind of, very super nice. But they were like, you know what? Like, we're going to give you on this one, instead of 6%, 5%.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was like the same thing at the funeral home or whatever, getting the caskets a couple weeks later with my mom. It was me, Adam, and Ryan. And the guy's like, you know what? We're going to knock 2% off this thing.
You know what? I actually don't believe that you got these deals. I think you're lying.
I'm bragging. I am bragging. My parents are alive.
Just the deal was so good.
But I just love the idea that the realtor. But I just love the idea of the guy at the casket place thinking, wait till I see the reaction I get from these guys when I tell them this. What?
Oh my gosh! Ooh, wow.
They'll be glad their parents are dead.
Anyway.
Yeah, Montante was
Montante.
Yeah.
Well, what you guys got to realize is, without the Minute fans, I know the kid in the sweatshirt, very cool, man. You're very. I don't know. You seem very awesome. I actually just flipped my hood up to look like you. I hope I'm doing okay.
I thought he's angry, huh?
The
Drunk or
losers
no?
like me.
No, he's not.
I don't think so.
He likes to drink at night. No,
he does, but I don't think he's drunk.
He's a gambler.
Like a lot of other people, are the reason why he's here. So he understands that the fact they're still paying attention to him it's good. You take the good with the bad. So you guys acting like it's a bunch of just lemmings out there
if
doing as they're
think
told.
Glimmer is at Barstool because of you. You are delusional.
He's at Barstool because of Kirk, you idiot. What are you?
He's at Barstool because Dave saw something and Dave likes.
Where did he find him, you idiot?
Hang on a second. I'll jump in here.
Who is that guy? Who's the other guy?
This is just another.
Oh my God! What an idiot! I mean, I'm sure Clemmer will do what he always does. Kirk is great.
Yes,
I don't need that. I'm all set. I'm all set. Go, Chris. Go. Good luck. Knock yourself out. What do you want me to say?
Go fly a kite.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what else?
Well, you did text me about some speculation that was happening on one of the Kirkman and Network shows.
Running this morning in the dark, I did, as I always try to listen to everything. I will listen tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow, I will listen to Norm on Conan.
Oh, good.
Yes, Blind Mike.
Why are you laughing?
It was like a nice long episode, right?
I think it's a pretty long one.
Yeah, good. I will listen to that. They have special guest Courtney Thorne-Smith join you guys to talk. Is that right?
She makes an appearance for
great.
sure.
Yes. So that's good. You go to blindmike.net for all that. Mike took. You had stuff You had stuff in the can though. Way.
All the regular stuff went on.
Very smart. The operation doesn't stop going on. That's
Certainly not. Well-oiled machine.
Blindmike.net. Go subscribe there right now. Right now.
Thank you.
Or I will retire right now.
I appreciate that.
So I was jumping around. I was listening to Ned Snark, along with one of the great drips in history. Adam in Jersey. As Colleen said, it's too bad it's not six. He said, Colleen, quote to me, too bad it's not 6,000,001.
That sounds harsh.
Sounds like something I'd say.
Text. I have it. Text. Saved. I got to say, I was like, boy, I think even Oscar Schindler would have been like, yeah, we're all set here. We got enough.
I think he's a very nice guy.
The list is full. And they had on a little fella from Australia.
Okay.
So it's fine. Like they're speculating, going crazy, this, that. I've got to the point where people just speculate recklessly about the show. I can't get worked up about that because that means they like the show.
Certainly.
Right? I mean, not a lot of wrap-up shows about Greg Hill.
Well, I mean, maybe now after the Marconi.
That's true. That changes everything. So they addressed. Well, go ahead.
Something is going on with season 2. I think they've done the dentist story. Dr. Dan obviously filed.
Be clear, it's not season 2 of Quincy.
Oh.
Yes.
Because I was going to say we finished that. So what is he talking? Right, There's no delay.
Yes, I apologize. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Some injunctions and lawsuits. I think there's a lot actually going on behind the scenes with that we don't know about. And I would say so much is going on that Kirk can't even talk about it. Like Kirk can talk about most things, but I think this is like.
Okay, so I don't mind that speculation because we've been quiet about the case season 2, which was supposed to be out next week. It's not going to be out next week. We got to push it back again. It's fucking endless. I understand that. Totally get that if you're a fan of the case. But I can tell you right now, that is definitely not the situation. Dr. Dan is a monster. He's a piece of shit. He's an asshole. Like, I believe
good attorney though. You're wrong, but
what do you mean?
He's got a good attorney.
He got big time attorney. He's got Whitey Bulge attorney, hasn't he?
Yeah.
No, that but to Barstool.
Howie Carr's attorney, actually.
Is that true?
Yes.
To I thought Bulger too.
No, he was college scandal.
Because of right. That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, but totally fair speculation. Got no problem with it. But to be very clear, Barstool quite the opposite. Every time it's come up, they've been like, "No, you're totally clear. Do whatever you want." So zero issue on that end. 0.0. No problem with that. But things come up. No injunctions. No nothing. But things are always changing with the fucking case. That's what I would say. It's annoying. I'm with you. Believe me. I wish we could be done with it. But Colleen's got kids. He got sick. So.
No, don't you dare do that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Just, whatever.
So that's not that far off then to say that something's happening with it that you can't talk about at least, right?
No, you can talk about whatever you want. Ask whatever you want.
No.
I love Mike.
No, I'm saying that
Mike was here for something the other day while we were doing an interview, so he's like acting like he doesn't really know what's
Mike's
going
like
on.
Greg Hill.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you can't say
no. Season 2
you're misunderstanding.
Of the case?
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying Menner's point is not that far off.
Menner's point is exactly wrong. He's saying that there are things but he's saying legally there's things I can't talk about. I can talk about whatever I want legally.
Oh, sure, legally, but I'm saying you don't want to talk about it on the show.
Oh no, I don't want to give anything away.
I
don't want to give anything away. But no, there's nothing to do. Like I'll say whatever you want about Dr. Dan.
Gotcha.
Torturist. No, there's been nothing. Their lawyers have tried, and Barstool has been like, say whatever you want. Like you are completely in the clear.
I'm not thinking of myself setting up. I'm like, now, didn't you say that you took a phone call?
Are you working on the case? Critics say.
I hear there's a mystery around the area.
Yeah, exactly. What else?
Did you see that Meghan Markle bullshit with Deal or No Deal? Any of that stuff?
She had a tough time there.
Yeah.
I think when she thought she was going to be a suitcase holder on Deal or No Deal, it was going to be a meaty, role full of integrity, like Meryl Streep in The French Lieutenant's Woman or something. I
thought as the season went on when I was watching that they would play a bigger role, like they would solve something that was going on with Howie Mandel.
Well, I thought they would even maybe have a crossover episode on Law and Order or something. Right. They would just,
Dateline.
Yeah, right. I just figured they would be on one of the sitcoms even. Who knows? But
I didn't like feeling forced to be all looks and little substance. And that's how it felt for me at the time, being reduced to this specific archetype.
The word bimbo.
She's a bimbo.
I mean, I don't think I think she seems like a smart person, but like it's a show called Deal or No Deal, and it's a bunch of models holding suitcases. I heard other models, women from the show, be like, no, it was great.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she didn't like it, and that's fine. But like when you go in, unless I'm wrong, I don't think she was sold a false bill of goods on this one. I can't imagine.
That's the thing is it seems like she's trying to get sympathy for something that everyone knew what it was going in.
Yeah.
She wasn't tricked or...
No, I don't think. I mean, and if she wasn't, that's awful. But I don't think that's...
I bet the world is a better place for models in general today than it was for, let's even say, Giselle.
I'm sure.
15,
I'm sure
20
even for
years ago.
Meghan Markle at that time. I don't doubt that.
But I bet it's still horrible.
Oh,
Like,
no, well, I mean,
still-
you have to look good. I mean, that's the business. Like now it's changed. You have other plus size, and that's fine. But like for Meghan Markle, she got hired because they thought she was great looking. So I don't quite know what her...
Because that was the job.
Yeah, unless they treat her like shit, that's completely different. Like, but what I heard is they told her to suck her stomach in, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's shitty, I guess, but I don't like they're models. Like they're supposed to look... I don't know.
Yeah.
She might also be jealous that she didn't get the role when the model that held case number 13 got leukemia.
That's true.
That was a big episode that I think a lot of people had their eye on.
Right. Yeah. That was a good episode of Quincy. That was good. He solved it. He and Howie Mandel, a great sex scene in that.
Really? I can't wait to get
Well, Quincy would have had 5 of those models. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
Forget about
Fruit
it.
Coxman.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
There was, I think maybe the last episode we watched or the one before that, someone kept referring to Jack Klugman and Quincy as young man. Listen here, young man.
Who was doing that?
Some nurse or something.
Just 100 years old?
Now listen here, young man. Yeah. Just a wide-eyed kid.
That's funny. But yeah, I that feels like Meghan, I think, is at this point is starting to run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably
guessing.
so.
I would have loved for her to bring in Howie Mandel. He would have caved so fucking fast. He would have caved.
He would have bailed. I mean, what's he supposed to? What are you supposed to do in that
can't do
situation?
anything,
There's
yeah.
nothing you
She's
could do.
royalty.
I don't know. Howie Mandel might surprise you. I could see. I've listened to his podcast once in a while. I could see him like challenge you. Like, what do you mean by that?
Oh
He's-
yeah, maybe.
He's interested in topics like that. I think.
Yeah. Oh, you know who was doing the circuit last week was Chevy Chase.
Yes, he was on
Really?
Bill Maher
Bill Maher.
and SNL.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Spade and
Spades.
Carvey.
Yep.
And sounded incomprehensible in the Spade and Carvey one.
I can only imagine.
His wife was there, and she was like, he had a heart thing, and his memory, like it was almost like I was like, he probably shouldn't even be on.
No, I would think not. He didn't.
Nobody loves Chevy Chase more. Nobody. I don't care about the community thing. I don't give a fuck. He was Fletch. He was in Vacation. He was in Caddyshack. Spies Like Us. I will ride with Chevy Chase all day long. A fucking legend. But he's almost 80 years old now. Clearly his head's. And I even think the community stuff, I think he was already starting to go through some stuff. Like, and he's a famous asshole, as you can hear Mike discuss on this podcast.
Absolutely true.
Yes. A previous episode. Blind Mike done that for that. But yeah, that's weird. He's not really promoting anything.
That's what I was gonna. I didn't think there was any movie or any series coming out.
I don't
know.
think so. Maybe some documentary, but he didn't promote anything. The SNL show is kind of weird. That like Carvey does 90% of the talking, and Spade is like just kind of like whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not.
Because I find Spade to be the more interesting guy to listen.
Actually, Carvey's probably the more intelligent guy, but Spade I think is funnier.
Oh, for sure.
But Spade doesn't
Conversationally,
Really,
He's also more like Spade would be more relevant today. I'm not saying he's overly relevant, but
guess.
he's just more. He would be.
No, I
Sure,
think he
but David
definitely
Carvey and
would, yeah.
Spade on an SNL show, that's a good combination, though. Like, that's two major guys.
Right.
And they get everybody. They get everybody.
Yeah.
Not like Smartless, though. Did you see who they got? President Biden.
They got Biden.
Ooh.
They did.
They just had Scarlett Johansson on, didn't they?
Oh,
talking
Jesus
about
Christ.
orgasms and stuff like
Oh,
that.
great.
Ooh.
Can't wait to listen to that.
That's interesting.
Mean Girl-esque.
Getting them from Colin Jost.
Nice. What else?
Well, I think, you were talking about the Blind Mike Project. I think the Blind Mike Project may have a new enemy, unfortunately. It's the Washington Post. I don't know if you saw this recent headline.
I don't like this.
what
Don't
is
even
it?
read it.
This is great.
This is smut.
This
Right.
is
journalism at its worst.
Mike. This is a setup. Bar rescue host John Taffer's new tavern needs its own rescue.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's
bullshit.
We're on YouTube, but we'll delete it later, Mike. That's,
Thank you.
That
I
and the TV
appreciate it.
smashing, please. I want that both
Thank you.
removed from the episode.
Good.
Well, just read it because I want to get angry at this.
Yeah,
Because,
thank you.
Because this is, we've seen the reviews. I've seen a couple of legitimately, some people give it 2 stars. Some have.
That's high praise.
Yeah,
from what
some
I hear.
have.
Yes.
Do you think you just lucked into a random good meal?
I guess so. Yeah, they were on their game because it was opening week or something.
You've been back since.
I have not.
You got to go back now.
I have no choice. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, what, you want me to read the whole fucking article? I mean,
No, Dave, I'll look it
Jesus
up.
Christ.
Dave, don't say anything.
The budding
send me the link. Send me the link.
I'll say I saw a better headline than Cullinane just read. I don't know if it's the same article or there have been two hit pieces on this poor place.
Yeah.
But the other one was if Taffer's Tavern is the restaurant of the future, we need to go back to the past.
Let me see here. No, that's subscribe to the Washington Post. I just realized.
Oh, ridiculous.
No. Tim Carmen wrote the story. Dude.
A hack like none other. The Ben Volin of Washington.
Let's look for something. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Just bashing the shit out of it. Yep.
Jesus. Mike, I won't
It's
read
outrageous.
it. I won't read it. It's rough.
It's silly.
Later meals turned up a wedge salad with so little of the warm bacon vinaigrette that was left poking in a naked block of watery iceberg lettuce, a super soft roast chicken breast.
Ridiculous.
With cream mashed potatoes that looked like something served in coach class during an overseas flight.
Can I tell you something? I just flew coach. Delicious.
Oh, is that right?
The Biscoff cookies. My God, it was tremendous.
Chicken
I don't
and
know what this
waffles,
guy's
in which the pre-cooked bird was fried in-house to a nice crackle. But the base was so gooey and underdone that the pearl sugar concealed inside the waffle cracked against my teeth like grit from a poorly cleaned oyster.
That's how I like it, actually. I prefer cold chicken and waffles.
Oh, I think we all do.
I feel like his press team probably freaked the fuck out. Like mentioning salmonella in any article.
That's not good.
It's not a good start.
If I were guest hosting episode of The Bar Rescue, this is the point where I yell, "Shut it down!"
Hey, I'm alive, aren't I? Cry all day about salmonella. I'm still here.
All told, I sampled 18 dishes and drinks during my visits. Even grading on the curve, I like 5 of them, which makes for a hit rate of under just 30%. Well, $2.90 hitters, it makes a lot of money.
Couldn't you shove any more meals down your gullet, you fat fuck? Huh? 18 meals.
A pig.
What's the part when he says that the steak was waterboarded?
It's great. The one restaurant Mike has ever promoted on the show ever.
I don't understand. Promote it.
Just randomly. I should promote it's crazy. I don't need that. Oh, Mike, as an influencer, this is not a great start.
It's not a good start, but I think they're out to get people like me.
For sure.
Who just want to enjoy a nice American meal.
Well, clearly, this random reviewer certainly must have an agenda against John Taffer.
I think so.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. No question. Yeah. I think we got to go there at some point, dude. We got to try it.
Yep.
You should. You won't be disappointed.
So for some shitty steak and some,
gooey chicken.
Chicken crackling my teeth. 18 meals, my God.
No, they don't understand. If you have a common man's palate, you'll love it.
It's a place to go.
That's the place to go.
Restaurant reviewer seems like a miserable job.
Especially
great.
I feel like at one time they had higher esteem than they do now.
That's probably
with
true.
Yelp and
well, yeah, I was gonna say I think social media just destroyed it.
yeah.
Yeah, people used to read like restaurant reviews.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I would never now.
Like the guy on Frasier.
That's right.
He was a big deal.
There you go. What else, Dave? Anything?
Nothing crazy. No.
No? All right, we can take a few calls on Mike. We have a big show tomorrow. The main wire's own Steve Robinson.
Yes,
here
that's
as
very
well.
exciting.
Very exciting.
Lead reporter on the Ben Volin story.
It's true. He broke it. I mean, 4 hours later, but still broke it. None of these guys call back? None of the...
No.
It's too bad.
What kind of conditions is that TV?
It's fine.
Okay.
That should be fine. I think, right, Mike? Right, Dave?
Definitely didn't sound fine.
No, it certainly didn't. That's why I asked.
It's all right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Volin blocked me, so I'm not seeing. He must be getting destroyed on that tweet, huh?
Has to be.
Oh, that's a rough scene. I mean, obviously he was told to do it, of course, but I never get like people are like, oh, okay. You apologize for that. He's just fucking not sorry at all.
You don't have an account you can look at just to look at people who have blocked you?
No.
My show account serves that purpose. It's
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, people block the show account too. That's the
that's
problem.
true.
Like Volin blocked the show account, so can't do it. Can't do it. I'm going to load up, Dave. Did I retweet it? I think I did.
Load up.
All right, let's go.
Kirk, Scott Boris, how you doing?
Hey, Scott.
Wow.
Hey, listen, I ran into my buddy Wardo the other day, who I know you're a big fan of his podcast. He has George Brett on from time to time. And he gave me a little piece of inside information I think you'd like to know.
Sure, I would love it. Who'd you speak? Who'd you run into, Mike?
Wardo.
Who's that?
He has George Brett on from time to time.
Oh, you don't know Wardo. Okay, I should probably listen to Wardo's podcast. Go ahead. Isn't that one of the guys from?
You have,
from,
Kirk. He had Fred Couples on a couple weeks ago.
it's that one. Oh, I thought that was the Barstool podcast with the is it Wallow?
$1 million worth of game. Lauro and Wally?
Yeah.
Or what?
No,
What? That can't
Lauren,
be it.
that would be
That
like,
can't be
for
it.
people listening to that would be a great show.
That Barstool podcast, Lauren and Wally?
No, Lauro and Wally would be great.
Lauro.
That would be a great show. That I would listen to.
Lauro.
Oh, and I love that.
Oh, I like your sweater today. You look great. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, Wardo's really got his ear to the ground with what's going on in the golf world. And I don't know if you've heard this or not, but the Live Tour has actually secured a second round of funding, and they're going to be launching a new tour.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's a direct competitor to the PGA Champions Tour, except this one's called the Die Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is that they're going to grab all the top seniors from the PGA Champions Tour and move to Florida, where that's where all the tournaments are going to take place between Miami, Boca,
the towns,
Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
But the catch is they're throwing in these weird rules this time around. So if you miss 3 cuts, you lose your driver's license.
Uh-huh.
If you miss 5 cuts, you have to
Nobody
move
gives
into assisted
somebody more
living.
rope than Conan gives a stop.
Just after today,
Thanks,
I'm just,
Scott.
yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
If you're 90, do 90.
It makes you think of the guy when you started listening to Towns. Remember that guy you called that radio show one time, started just listing all the Robert Redford movies? Is that what it was, remember? Remember like the guy who just randomly he was just like, yeah, in this movie. I forget the context of it, though. I just forget.
Vaguely. I don't know.
It was very funny. Somebody tweeted to us because I remember it being very funny. But go ahead.
He's gone.
I know that, Dave. I'm saying the other calls. Please.
Hello.
Morning, Kirky. It's Bill from Griffin Lock and Key.
Wow.
Long time no talk, Bill.
Big news.
Are you well, go ahead, Bill. I don't even know what to say. Go ahead. I didn't expect that call. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, it's out of the blue, huh?
It is, Bill, yeah.
It's great to speak to you guys, though.
You as well.
The schedule that you keep, though, at the moment, that's what's killing me.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Plus my boy Clemmer, but we don't need to talk about that guy anymore.
Okay.
What I actually called about was, and unfortunately, we're going to have to go back several weeks to the death of the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were talking about why was Prince Philip not a king?
Yes, thank you,
when
Bill.
she
Yes,
was
I was
queen?
hoping for some clarification.
The answer is simple. It follows the bloodline. So she was the natural heir, so she was the queen.
Oh.
He's an outsider, could never be king.
Gotcha.
So on and so forth. Anyway.
Gotcha.
Any pressing matters on my side? Oh no, actually, I do have another thing for you.
Oh, take your time.
I was thinking another live show, The Perfect Place, Death Valley.
There you go. Thank you.
Huh.
Thank you.
Hot start, too.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be a little more comedy involved there. But
That call made me wonder, is it actually Bill from Griffin?
me as well. Is that a British guy from New Hampshire? Well, thank you, Bill. They load up, Dave?
Yes.
All right. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's Nicolas Cage.
Oh, hello, Nicholas. One of Mike's favorite callers.
I'm a big fan of Nicolas Cage.
Thank you. Can I ask you a trivia question, Kirk?
You may. Sure, of course, Nicholas. Go ahead.
Great. In 1996, I won an Academy Award for my performance in Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And later that year at the Las Vegas Invitational, who did a 20-year-old Tiger Woods defeat in a playoff in order to secure his first win on the PGA Tour?
I mean, that is one of Fred's great friends, Davis Love III.
That's right, Kirk. I also would have accepted Davis Love thrice.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Boy, Nicholas is really a family.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, Dave is someone who'd love my third film, Rumblefish, which was set in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Sure, the great S.E. Hinton book. Yeah.
The PGA.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the last time the PGA Championship was played in Tulsa, Tiger Woods won the tournament. But what year was that?
Are you asking Dave or me?
Well, I'm making a reference to my film involving Dave's name, but after
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Nicholas.
just trying to promote my.
No, I understand. Of course. Sure.
That's good to get promotion.
Was that 06 or 07? 06?
07. I'll give it to you.
No.
I've been on a hot streak. I want to give you back. I want to give you one back.
Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, buddy. See
Thanks
you.
for your time.
Thank you. Back to the shoot, I suspect.
Very exciting.
Go ahead, Dave. Good call so far.
Kirk, Joey Sindelar here.
Wow.
How you doing?
Very good, Joey. Thank you. Good morning. Congratulations on your football team. You're having a fine year, right?
Yeah, pretty good season. I mean, come to be expected, but the big game this weekend versus, the state pen, as our friend Rico said.
Okay. Yes, he is our friend, Joey. Yeah.
I had a quick question for Mike. Mike, is the pull-out method still your preferred birth control strategy?
Important question by, I think, 4-time winner on tour, Joey Sindelar. I'll look that up. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I don't pull out. I shoot in.
Oh,
That's my method.
Jesus. So, she's looking to have a kid.
No, she's on birth control.
That's what they all say, Mike.
You never know, Mike.
I know.
And Lisa,
I know everyone's
Lisa's
after these
okay with
genes.
Joey, 7 wins
Always
on
be
tour. I'm
cynical.
sorry. What was it? What did the caller say? What did you say, Joey?
Is Lisa's okay with Mike shooting into her like that?
There you go, Joey.
That's fun.
That's fun.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, Joey.
I didn't think that's what he meant.
They load up, Dave?
They're loaded up.
Did you make a stop did you have a little moment by the shooting or no?
We did actually in the cab.
Mm-hmm.
We just drove by and Alba goes, there's Mandalay Bay. I was like, why would you point that out to me like that? Oh, good. Let's get a few pictures.
You should have tweeted that picture from me. That actually been kind of fun.
Just drove by.
Hello.
Good morning.
Do you think that room is still in operation at the Mandalay Bay?
I was saying it must be weird in general. Like, what was business like there for the next few months?
True.
It's gotta be bizarre
I think
to
it's
book
so
a hotel.
weird though that people just honestly, the story is so underreported that you said Mandalay Bay. I almost only know because we joke. Like, I don't think if you ask 100 people where that happened, they would have no idea.
No, and there's something they had when we were on the Strip outside either Caesars or the Bellagio or something.
Yeah.
There's some big water show they do with music or some shit every like half hour or something. And it sounds like there's gunshots in the background. And it must just be whatever system they use for the water. But I was like, this doesn't freak these people out after what happened?
I just think it's like it never happened. I know we always say it, but it's so weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're doing a musical, a Stephen Paddock musical. They're doing in one of these places. They don't even care about Vegas.
Just
anymore.
about real estate.
Yeah, he's doing the residency there. Hello.
Good morning. This is Ben Volan Source. Any questions for me? I'm at my second job right now as a dishwasher at the Red Wing, so
we're
got to make it quick.
All right,
the
thanks
lunch
for that.
rush is coming up.
All right, thanks for the call. There you
You don't think it was actually him?
go. Well, we could speak to him if we want, right there.
Yeah, we know the source.
Yes. Maybe we'll talk to him tomorrow. If he wants to talk to us. No?
Yeah.
Maybe Steve already did.
That's a good point.
You know?
That's good. He's killing it right now. The main wire. Hello. It's Rich Shirley called a newspaper. What are you laughing at, Dave?
The way you say that, you're so negative about it.
No, he's working hard.
Yeah, good story.
He'd have left that fucking voicemail. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Jim Florentine here.
Wow, we haven't heard from you in a
long
while,
time no
Jim.
talk.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking driving around here, and these fucking bumper stickers and fucking signs on cars are really pissing me off, Kirk.
Are they? Why is that?
Well, this fucking one here, this guy in front of me, this fucking car climbed Mount Washington. Fuck you. Who gives a shit?
Like that much?
You fucking asshole.
Are you supposed to say really? Wasn't that his thing?
Take that fucking...
God, Mike would praise him up and down.
I certainly
Thanks for the
would.
call, Jeff. It's been a while. Thanks, buddy. Somebody, I saw one of the tweets response today said that Snell reminds them of Florentine, which I can kind of...
Oh, yeah, Boston, with the Boston accent.
A
but
little
yeah.
bit. A little bit. Was the Florentine doing a long pause and say really, right?
Yes.
I'm guessing he's still not a Barstool employee?
He is not.
I don't think he is, no.
Yeah.
Didn't take off, really?
I feel like he's with Sirius now. I don't know.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Mike said he was the funniest comedian he ever heard when they first brought him in.
It's hilarious.
When's this episode?
I don't know if we'll do one quite yet. That'll be
What's coming? What are the next couple? Why are you laughing? What are you?
The one I'm recording today is Robin Williams.
Oh, nice.
The great Robin Williams.
Nice.
Beyond that, I don't know. I have a few ideas, but nothing planned yet.
Oh, good. All right. Hello.
Kirk.
Yes.
So I'm rewatching Sopranos for the 15th time, and something went by my mind that I want to ask you about. Okay. Why is it that they're like on the news and in the newspaper talking about the mafia? Is that something that would have happened back in the 90s? Because I have no idea.
What do you mean? I mean, I know like like they have experts on talking about it and stuff.
Yeah, like even in the beginning of the show, it's like, oh, well, really, who's in charge of the Soprano family now? I believe it's Junior.
Yeah, that
Soprano.
felt. That was. My people tell me that was season 1, very early in the series. I haven't seen it, but that felt like to me like a show early on that was still trying to figure out what it was. Because, like, you're right. Like, if you put on Channel 5 tonight, they're going to be like, oh, the new, what I'm hearing is this guy's moving up in the bottom.
Right, next in line is Christopher Moltisanti.
Yeah, it's almost like Casey Kasem's American Top 40. Like, up 2 spots this week is Silvio Dante.
Right.
Yeah, no, that scene.
Yeah, but later in the paper.
Yeah, that was a cool. Well, the newspaper would sometimes, we would do big reports on the mafia, but you're right. That was a scene where the first time Sil says, does the Godfather thing, when they're all,
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene always felt fake to me.
Yeah, and I have a little conspiracy for you. So I live in North Carolina now, and I was doing a show, and I met a guy who was from Boston.
You were doing a show?
He said that he knew. Yeah, I did a podcast. I'm not going to promote it because last time you got all upset when I did.
Go ahead, promote it. Go ahead.
Anyway,
What is it? I want to hear it.
No, it's fine. And I actually met this guy who used to roommate with Ben Kitchen, who used to produce your show.
Oh, yeah, Ben.
And he was there with... Yeah, he was there with his boyfriend, and he also said he knew Christian Arcand really well.
Oh, I believe that.
That
makes sense.
Just saying.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Thank you.
Well, if he knows Ben Kitchen, they both worked at EEI. I guess that makes sense.
I guess. I mean,
could just be casual.
Arcand almost certainly is going to go into gay pornography at this point.
I don't have any reason to believe that.
Why not? This is what he does. I mean, there's real money there.
Whatever your proclivities are doesn't mean you have to make that your
well, he's employed.
work.
He's employed again, so
he
I
is?
can't do anything too dangerous.
Oh, good.
What's he doing?
He's with the Patriots.com crew now, apparently.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's always good to get paid by the hour. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, this is Alex. How you doing today?
Fine, Alex. Thank you. I like Arcand. That's good. Hopefully he gets a full-time job. But I mean, maybe, yeah, that'd be good. Hello.
I have a question for Mike, actually. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, so have you ever been to Room 40 before?
I don't think so. What is it, a bar?
Room for these nuts in your mouth.
That was not bad.
I was expecting Mike to get that.
I
Earnestly.
wouldn't have got
sir?
He would have got me.
I'm not familiar.
What you said? No, but I haven't been there. What do you mean?
I don't go out much. I'm a homebody.
Hello.
Question for David Cullinane, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Dave, I saw that your mom had to cancel on you this weekend because she was very drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if your mother-in-law stepped up and made breakfast for the family for once. She never steps up like Kathy does. Any comment?
That's not good. You could do better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the joke, but come on, she stepped on that one.
I don't think she did, right?
I dropped it due to performance, not due to concept.
Right. Yeah. No, Dave told me off the air his mother-in-law was a lousy cook, so she wouldn't have stepped up. Right, Dave?
Gotcha.
I did not say those words.
Okay, fine.
Great cook.
Was she a good cook?
Great cook.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Good morning.
Good morning. Are they loaded up, Dave?
Loaded up.
I've never cooking is never. I don't know. People are great chefs. I don't know. Never understood how you can be a great chef or just be a good chef. Like I've never understood it. What's the difference?
I think it's the more passionate you are about it, the more you learn about seasonings and things like that.
It's like nothing else is like that though. Like if you're more passionate about golf, like I'm probably more passionate about golf than 80% of the guys on the tour. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I think because cooking doesn't take a physical ability. There's a physical ability in golf.
Are they passionate about it or are they just smart?
I don't know.
Maybe both. Or maybe
it's kind of like
maybe you're right.
think of like those wine. What are they called? Connoisseur. Well, you know what I'm talking about? Like
Right,
those
Mr.
guys,
Wonderful, yeah.
like they can sniff wine and then all of a sudden be like, oh, it was in Africa.
I've never
this,
believed
whatever.
that though either though.
I'll tell you who's a passion for restaurating, and that's John Taffer.
Oh, no question. No
so
question.
passionate.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that goes into every meal.
Yes.
Of Taffer's Tavern.
Oh, the crunchy spaghetti is a new invention. It's taking over.
I think it's an interesting twist on a classic dish.
Yeah, anybody can eat good like traditional pasta.
That's right. Yeah, you can get that anywhere.
Oh, no
Waterboarded steak.
Oh, it's great. Hello. They should do that. John Taffer should take the waterboard steak and make it like a Jerry Callahan, Rob O'Neill, like patriotic thing.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, waterboard that. You know, like it's like you know what I mean. Yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead, caller.
Thanks. So I have a question for the show, or for you, Kirk, and then a suggestion too.
Oh, good.
So I was actually the photographer for your Wilbur show, Dave. We have corresponded a number of times.
Oh, you hate this guy, Dave, right?
No,
this guy's
is a
great.
nice guy. This guy's great. Doesn't sound like the way I thought he.
I thought you didn't like the guy who rented us this place. That's not him?
No, that's a real estate agent.
Oh, you don't like him?
Well, he
though,
lied.
right?
He just lied. He
Oh,
got
okay.
caught lying.
I'm sorry. Oh, this is the guy who took the pic. Oh, yeah.
This
yeah,
guy's
sure.
great. This
Oh,
guy's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you for that.
I was looking forward to the pizza photo party, since the majority of those pictures were ones that I had taken.
Colin fucked that.
But I was wondering if I could offer my services for the Portland show next March.
Absolutely.
If you would allow.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have that.
Dave, good with that?
Gives a shit if Dave's good with that.
Unfettered access. Is that what it's? Is that what you
Wow.
said? Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great. And then my suggestion, I have a friend who is offering his business or restaurant as a potential pre-show spot for when you're doing the trivia.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you've heard from him, Dave.
I talked to somebody the other day about it. Yes.
You could say the place, Dave. It doesn't matter.
I just forget the name. It's like a brewery. It's a brewery there. Right? Same
Yeah,
place?
yeah, right next door.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks real. It looks
Yep.
like a great spot, actually. So.
Two of you should do a show
Yeah,
together.
no, it's a good
I'm just
spot.
trying.
I can vouch for that.
I was hoping you would.
Sell the thimble. All right, thank you. Thanks, buddy. What?
I was hoping you would just say goodbye.
I should. Well, he's a nice guy.
know, he's
Hey,
great.
how's
He's
it going, guys?
Good
I want to
morning.
know if it happens.
Are you loaded up, Dave?
Load up.
Hey, Kirk, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you interested in a career change to coach blind golf?
I am not.
Because I think Dave's mom, if you get her drunk enough, you can easily have her shoot an 84 and 18. That's the record for Clint Russell.
So, you say if Dave's mom is blind drunk? I feel like that would not.
No, if you get her blackout drunk, she would be your blind golfer.
Well, how would she shoot?
Would that
84?
qualify? I don't
She's
know.
blackout drunk. How would she shoot an 84? I have to poke holes for this theory, caller.
Well, no, I'm thinking if you have anybody else in mind who could be a blind golfer.
How about just a blind person who's like athletic? I don't know.
I'm thinking he just wanted to call Dave's mama drunk.
Yeah,
and make him
I
some
think-
kind of a
yeah.
blind joke. And it was.
I guess.
So the theory is you get
It
them
was
so
ham-handed
drunk they
at
can't
best.
see anymore. I guess.
84 is impressive.
Well, it takes a lot more to join our community.
Hey, Kirk, it's Megan.
Megan Ottolini is calling in, Dave. You got her.
Oh.
Yes, it's Megan Ottolini. How are you guys today?
Good afternoon, Mego.
So I was hanging out in HR with Courtney after our show the other day, and she had some great videos and pictures from the charity bowling. You should have seen the reaction the McCourty brothers Cox got. I think.
Well,
Steve
that
McCourty
I don't
Cox
think
was
the McCourty brothers
so
pull out their
but I
penises.
don't know.
No, Meg. No,
Courtney
Dave.
was
This is not her.
That's misinformation. I
The
think.
McCourty brothers did not. I would be surprised they pulled out their penises at this charity bowling event.
Her name is Cox. Might be where the confusion is.
Oh, that might be true. Yeah. Hello.
Kirk, John Taffer.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Johnny.
boy.
I had your back.
John, you got some things to answer to, buddy. I mean, I not for me, but critics have said that this restaurant is not going well. A lot of bad Yelp reviews. The floor is yours. You know how to handle this stuff.
Well, number one, Baby Dick Dave, the word you're looking for was sommelier as a wine expert, you fucking idiot.
Thank you.
How do we get him, Johnny?
He should be
Blind
mad.
Mike.
He should be.
Blind Mike. Blind Mike, you fat fuck.
No, wait,
You're
wait,
responsible for all
John.
these Google reviews.
John.
Wait a minute, John. Wait.
I'm
I mean,
so
the guy who had
sick
your
and
back.
tired of. I've been in the business for 30 fucking years, and your fat ass has cost me a bundle of money in the city of Boston.
Why
if
is that?
I
How is that a
find you,
fiery
I'm gonna
temper?
fucking kill you, you blind fat fuck.
wait a
I'm already
minute.
at your house in East Long Meadow, and I'm gonna find you eventually. I'll be back.
This is ridiculous. John, it's, you know what? Every idol that I have that I rub elbows with
It's true.
winds up hating me.
Andrew Dice
I can't-
Clay. It's unbelievable.
And the list goes on.
What was his issue with you? I think
I don't know.
I think he was saying that you bring up on the show brought people
brought
give
negative
a slew.
attention.
But John called back any time, but like he's trying to help you out.
I tried my best.
Wow,
as usual.
Was he angry at you? Jesus,
That doesn't
Christ.
sound like a
He's saying
mentality.
he's right now in West West. He's gonna.
He's looking for me.
Oh, he's not gonna kill your family though.
Well, I don't know. He said he's going to kick my ass.
Right,
for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, good. Leave the with the mafia. Leave the family.
Yeah, please.
I mean, you want to kill Mike? That's a different
I did
situation.
this.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
He went and enjoyed the food.
That's right.
Which I don't believe. Hello.
I liked it.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Mike, Dave, how's it going?
Hello.
Question: did you guys see did you see Clember's blog about Christian McCaffrey being on the trade block?
Let's pretend for this argument I did not see this. I saw.
Okay,
I'll give you
So
plenty. No, hold on, buddy. I'll give you plenty of time. I saw a Barstool. I follow Barstool Sports on Twitter. I saw a blog post yesterday. Like, the best players never to play in the World Series were in the NLCS.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, "There's no question that Clember wrote this thing."
It
like,
was.
It's just like
It was him.
It's just like there's just no thought. There's no imagination in that.
Like, what's his beat?
It's a good question.
It's random. It's like why am I getting Christian McCaffrey information from Chris Clemmer?
I don't have a good.
I don't
answer
think he's
for
found
that.
his lane yet. The problem is Jeff D'Lo pretty much owns movies there, right? At Barstool, that's his thing. The movie guy.
I guess, yeah. But I think he is. Like I said, I think he's doing a movie sport. Somebody told me that. I thought
Well,
when I was
that's
there.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying is like because Jeff D'Lo has the movie podcast, he now has to go it has to be specific to sports movies.
I guess, but like I said,
guess.
when the case is over and we're off for a good few months, I'm going to do something on YouTube, movie related. I think on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Now, 6 months from now, people will be like, "Oh, remember you said that? You've fucking done it."
Right.
I understand that, but I'd like to. But like, Jeff, I texted Jeff. He doesn't give a fuck. Like he doesn't care.
Right.
Well, I would say that in a way, like certain people at the company own a certain niche.
Yeah.
And then everybody else who wants to write about it has to write about it in like a columnist fashion. Is that fair?
Well, I mean, I
They have to
know.
do
I
it
don't
in a
know.
different way.
Well, I think different guy. I think I could do it differently than Clemmer could do it. Say, like I think there are levels of hierarchy.
So Clemmer wrote about who's the guy? The guy from Friends who just wrote a book.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry. Right. Let's say there's somebody who writes about new books at Barstool. Clemmer could still write that same column because he brought an opinion into it.
I guess so. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah.
But he just has no like personality outside of that's the only thing is people just don't know what's going
He's
on.
also like kind of been there a while now. Like it's not been like a week.
Well,
3 months.
A buddy
Is that
asked
right?
me this the other day because this is where I was saying about I think it's more to do with like he can't do movie stuff because he feels like that's Jeff's category.
He was doing the 100 movies in the 90s thing.
My buddy asked me if he thought that it's because he can't find a co-host, which I thought was a good point. Like, who would he do a show?
How long was this conversation?
A few texts.
Oh, wait, okay. Well, you guys didn't meet somewhere to talk about it.
No, I didn't call him.
You didn't have lunch to talk about it?
No.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good question by your buddy.
Yes.
Do I know this guy?
It was the Warthog.
I figured it was.
Might as well just come out.
I'm trying to think of who. Well, obviously Warthog is angling because he was so great at that in the past. It's a good question. Like, who would it be?
Right. That's what he was saying, and I couldn't think of anyone because
Ken Jack does it with Jeff, right?
Right.
Yep.
God, I wouldn't even know. I mean, they're young. I mean, maybe like Castellani. He's a movie. Oh, he's there too, right? Does he do stuff with those guys?
Oh, I don't know.
I think every now and then he might. Yeah.
But there's the thing that you get into where it's like if then you're just doing a competing movie podcast with these guys or something or against these guys.
Just fucking do Quantum Week on Barstool, honestly.
Right.
Why not?
Who's the music guy though?
Bring back Carano.
It'd be interesting.
Bring him back.
Why not?
I think he's gearing up for Rome.
Oh, I would imagine
The
season
Rome,
2 is going to be around the corner.
yes.
Hello.
What we say, March?
Is that right?
That's right.
I think so.
Wow. Hello.
Here.
Can't
6
wait.
months away.
Yeah. I have a feeling like we're getting this call. Well,
Big Dick Sleeve, fucking Marconi, a whirlwind, Greg, the fucking man hill.
you deserve it. No, look.
He has reason to celebrate.
Congratulations, Greg. You deserve it.
Shit, you know what? Hey, I would like to thank. There's some people I would like to thank.
No, the floor. Look. I mean, the floor is yours. Okay. The floor is yours, Greg. First of all, the connection's great. So go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm driving a cruiser around Boston,
Well,
baby.
that sounds a little dangerous, but okay. Go ahead, please.
Hey,
Thank you, whoever you like.
First of all, I would like to thank the big man upstairs. Because without him, all things are possible.
Without him, all things are possible. Okay, yeah.
I said what I said. You have a problem?
No, you should be cocky today. I agree. I agree.
So then I would like to thank my friend, my mentor, Kirk Minahan.
Oh wow!
If you had not said fuck you, WEI, I would have never gotten the opportunity to be the most electrifying morning host of WEI.
That's true.
So
Fair.
thank you to my friend Kirk.
You're welcome. Of course.
Today I would like to thank all the little people who made this possible, from my producers to my co-hosts to the street teamers.
Yep.
Oh, this award is not for me. This award is for all of you. So thank you very much.
Well, congratulations,
That's very
Craig.
sweet.
Very proud of you. Thank you, buddy.
It's a nice notion.
Thanks, Craig. There you go.
Do you ever think they always say you don't want to be the guy that follows the guy because there's too much pressure on you?
Yeah,
But
he slid in a good spot.
Greg Hill.
Yeah.
I guess Mutt would have been the intermediate, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got no ratings, Greg, but he does have Marconi.
I mean,
that's all that matters.
The best personality in radio.
Oddly, he's like controls the station. It's very weird.
Right.
Just like he did at AF. It's so odd. Hello.
Controls the station? What do you
Like
mean?
everything. Like if Courtney Cox complains, it goes away. If Greg Hill complains, it doesn't. Like I think everything is done to service. Like why wasn't Lou Merloni or Andy Gresh or Christian Fourier nominated for? Their ratings are just as good as Greg's.
So I know he is big with, like, he will go to every advertiser's
sure.
lunch.
Oh, I know that,
And all of that.
To his credit.
Yeah. So
That's
I don't
how he
know if that
survives.
has something to do with it.
That's not something. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. Hello.
Hey, not sure if you guys talked about it already today. I know yesterday you didn't. But where would you rank Jared Carrabba's flying across the country to sit and watch a 1-0 18-inning baseball game last weekend in one of the
sounds rough.
feats
That is Carrabba's all the way.
of humankind?
I love it. That's Carrabba's all the way. He went with like a random family, right, or something, didn't he?
I have no idea.
I think he took some
he doesn't
guy or
drink,
something. Yeah.
You know, and
I think they said the fans stood basically the whole time too. Oh my God, that sounds so awful. And he flew back. I think he's in somewhere today. I don't know where he is.
I wouldn't be shocked if he enjoyed that, though.
Oh, absolutely. No,
Somewhat.
yeah, I don't think he minded that.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. He loves life. He does. Hello. Last one or two calls, David. We'll call it a day here.
Yo, Kirk, what's up? This Ime Udoka.
wow.
All right. Hello, Ime. I forgot about you, honestly.
So I know everybody wants to know about these bitches that I'm fucking over here. I just want to tell you, me and you got something in common.
What's that, Ime?
You know, we got a little female chasing tail in common. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was over there working at I'll be on there at Comcast, or maybe the girl I was fucking used to call Comcast, and she would always be telling me about how Kirk Minahan would be in there licking her asshole,
this again.
fucking the shit out of her on all the desks
this
and
is
shit.
this is that trendy
Yeah,
asshole
right.
licking. This is Dave. This is not accurate.
You goddamn right. It was trendy. I've been fucking trendy.
You said I did it.
Me and you
I think
got that in
last time you said I
common.
was doing it on the air. We can't let this slander go on.
She used to tell me all the time that you was the king of booty licking, that no one licked her asshole like you did. But you might have took.
That's a compliment.
You might have taken her anal virginity, but I was the first bitch. I was the first one to ever make that bitch squirt. She was squirting all over the locker room. One time she squirted right in Jason Tatum's eye. He almost missed the fucking playoff game.
Wait a minute. All over the locker. How does this not come on the news? I don't believe this. I'd never had that. Hold on. I'll give you a chance to respond, Coach. And I'm surprised while you're suspended, you're being this forthright. I appreciate it. Yeah. I never had that relationship with Trenny.
Come out, baby.
I understand. That never happened between me and Trenny, A. And B, I would think that one of these reporters would have broken that this was happening in the locker room like before a playoff game. This feels.
Maybe they're on the till, you know?
That's true. These reporters, we learned
Let me
about
tell
these
you something. I
reporters
would
the
have
last
that bitch squirting. She was like a motherfucking fire hose. One time, Jason Tatum's kid was down there. He opened the door. I fucking squirt. She squirted him so hard and knocked his little ass right over.
Was that your experience with her as well?
She was saying it was Comcast. Every time Kirky, she said
Here's the first
Wednesdays
time
were her
that
favorite.
show.
Wednesday afternoon, you take her into the closet, hit that shit, lick that
stayed till the
asshole,
afternoon?
fucking blast that
I
booty
was there
out.
5 hours before the show, evidently. So you're saying that Deuce Tatum was knocked over by the squirt juice, coach?
You know, I was fucking the shit out of that bitch. That shit was powerful. It was squirting out motherfucking like a super soaker. Got him right in his motherfucking head, knocked that little bastard right over. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. So next time when you're licking her asshole,
I don't think
she might be squirting. You gotta be careful now. You gotta be careful now. Watch out for them squirts.
Well, that's good. Thank you. That's good coaching. That's good morning. Thank you, coach. Well, I don't.
I'm surprised after being quiet for this long that he's so honest here.
I will say this. If Deuce Tatum did it, I bet you he was adorable doing it. I will say that. And way cute than their 4-year-old getting knocked over by squirt. That's what I would say. That sounds, I can only say that's not been my experience. I can't speak for Tremi or the coach, but that's something. I think we should end the calls there, Dave. I don't think that's. Yep. Oh, it's a good call. It's trouble.
Tweet that out. That's who it was. It was Trenny Kuznets.
Where is Trenny Casey? Where is
Kuznets Casey?
Where is Woj and Shams on that story? That's a big story.
Who knows? No one's talking.
Oh, and now we've learned with journalists last 24. Who the hell knows, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if somebody had sent that to Volan, he would have reported that?
Well, you know, the odd thing is having 9,000 people DM'd like you guys, just saying like I know someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people are DMing about it for sure. So I want.
Oh, that's for sure true.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. When we get to the show account, these random tweets, like I heard, sometimes it's true.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's not true. But yeah, geez. Well, there you go. The coach. We should do a weekly. Can we sponsor a weekly hit with the coach?
Oh, definitely. I don't see why not.
Yep.
During the Celtics season.
Who's on the Celtics jersey now? Vistaprint.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It's on the jersey.
They'll sponsor it.
Yep.
Okay, well, reach out to them.
I will.
It'll be an odd segment this season when he's not on the sideline.
That's it. You know, maybe a little more forthright about what's going on with the team, though.
That's true.
You know, he's pretty guarded.
More
right
of an
now.
analyst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Celtics win last night or the first game?
They did.
Let's see this here. Courtney Cox is reaching out saying she never won the management to complain. So there you go.
Oh. Well, that's good.
That definitely means it's true, right?
I would think so.
Yes, I would think so. Well, there
Confirmed
you go. Anyway, so we're back tomorrow with Steve Robinson of the Main Wire.
It's very exciting.
By the way, I saw the Funhouse guy just retweeted Steve's Main Wire story. I bet she's got a ton of clicks on this story.
Yeah,
Touch
I would
and
imagine
Rich,
so. Yeah, that's good.
Huh?
Definitely.
Hundreds of thousands, I think.
I mean, who else wrote about it?
Smart.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
It's a great move.
So I think you guys hit on it when you said when you compared him to Turtle Boy. Like the Turtle Boy of Maine is what he's going for.
Yeah, I think so.
That seems right.
I think Steve thinks himself as a little more erudite than that.
Oh, certainly. But I'm just
Classier,
saying, as far as what the website is,
I think so.
similar kind of vibe.
You must have. I know you're as fascinated by Steve as I am. You must have the same questions. I was like, what is going on there exactly?
Certainly.
Who's
yes.
running it? Do you own it?
I think it's him.
100% Steve Robinson.
I bet he's the CEO of the Main Wire.
What does that mean though? Like, what's money? Is there advertising on the site?
I didn't see any, but there could be.
Well, it's brand spanking new after this Volan thing, maybe.
It's a very strange experience this morning being interviewed by Getro Man, and he's a total sporto.
Did you ask him at all? Did you make him say like, "Go away"?
No, at one point I said something, and he said something. I forget what it was. And I made like an inside joke, and I made an inside joke about Steve. But he was like, he started out by saying, you know, I don't want to talk about this Ben Volan thing. I'd rather stick to the toy department of life, just talking about the games. I was like, but you called as like funny Getro Man. Like,
Right.
There's a darkness there.
Why did he have you on?
Talk about the Volan story.
Oh, but he's just confessing that he doesn't necessarily like that usually.
Well, I think, but he does though. It's like
Right.
that old thing, you know, like
I
can't believe
hate to have to do this.
Yeah, it's like, well, we all like to talk about it. It's fun. Like, you know, Greg Hill probably got more listeners today they've had since the show started.
I would think so.
You know, but they won't talk about it, and they'll go away, and they'll be like, they'll look at the weekly 4 weeks now, they'll be like, oh, we were kind of popped that week. Why? Oh, well, we're not going to do that anymore.
Like, because we hit the brakes at 33 instead of...
right. It's just bizarre. I don't know. You agree, Dave, or no?
He's got the He's got the numbers on it, so it's doing like 3 times as much as the other articles.
Who does?
Steve.
What do you mean? He sent them to you?
4,100. No, it's 4,100 impressions on his site. It like tells you on each article.
Oh, so they're just honest on that site.
Yeah.
See what else?
Oh,
is
wow.
What else is on there right now? It's
pretty good.
Let's see. I don't know what this. Another teachers union story. That's 1,000 impressions basically.
Nice.
So this one's doing like 4 times what his other one does. It's smart.
He must be writing
got a
all
nice little
day
base.
though now. Like, yeah, there's another story right here. Just endless.
That's good. That's how you got to do it, I think.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't see ads yet, but there's probably. I'm sure they're working toward that.
There's certain stories that say the main wire, and then some that say Steve Robinson.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Maybe Neil McCabe is working for him.
You think so? I wouldn't surprise me.
Well, there's a Nick Murray.
Oh, is that right?
Maine Policy Institute.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. There you go.
And a John Reisman or Reisman.
Steve Robinson is the editor-in-chief of the Main Wire.
Yep.
See, if he's... I guess if he runs it, that's an odd title to give himself.
You think?
I think he'd be higher than that.
Oh, is there a bigger title? Oh, CEO or
I
something?
mean, publisher.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know. Anyway.
El Prez, he should call himself.
That'd be a good move.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's true. We could do...
Guess that ass.
No, guess that snap. No, you would do a snapper review. Come on, all right. Yep, Steve here.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, you could review the red snappers in different parts of. I'd watch that. Wouldn't you watch that?
I think he's going for a different style website than that, though. That's just
okay. I'm trying to help him out. Well, we give him some tips tomorrow. He'll be here. As well, Mike, at blindmike.net right now. We thank Milton's and Ridge Wallet for helping us sponsor us today. We're back tomorrow, Dave?
Correct.
9:30, right? That's what I told Steve.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully he's on time this. Remember last time?
I do.
Oh, that's right.
10 minutes late for breakfast.
That was a power move, I think.
You don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
I'll give you one.
So he's
one,
sitting
you're
in
going home.
that chair, technically. It's a different vibe, completely.
That's true, I suppose.
Does
Yeah.
Mike sit in that chair, or does Steve sit
That's
in
Mike's
that
chair. That's Mike's chair.
Wow.
When Mike's here, that's Mike's chair.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Don't you think, Mike?
What an honor.
Don't you agree with that?
I do. I didn't know if Steve would have a different weight
I
than,
know you step
say,
aside for
Mike Montante.
You probably step aside for Steve, but you shouldn't do that. That's your chair. No,
I appreciate
don't you think, Dave?
I do.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.